always forget something. We gotta forget. There we go. We gotta forget something weekly. It's a tradition. It's a tradition to forget as many things. Yeah, flashy lights, to forget as many things as possible. Let's pull that back a little bit, right? You're right about. Yeah. What about there? Feels all right. Feels all right. Yeah, they've conspired. They've conspired against me to send me 2.2 Boom Racing Hustlers. I rub my eyes in dismay. It'll be a good time. It'll be a good time. Good times will be had by all, I'm sure.
I think they'll be better than the 1.9s.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, we could speculate that they could somehow magically be worse, but let's see how that's even possible.
I think they'll be like a point or two better than the 1.9s.
If you dig the intro music, check out the True Loves. The intro music comes from the YouTube provided content creator subsection where it's all royalty free. So we love the royalty free. Yeah, the blind guy he's over there. He's just making a bunch of noise. You know what he does. Just makes a lot of noise. So we're starting. It lights up. The kids today, just like kids don't know what a mouse and keyboard is, kids don't know what that is either. Also, it doubly takes you back because video games for a quarter. Video games for a quarter? Yeah. Indeed. Yeah, it is Friday Live, and I don't know. We're ready. I dug around. Here's what happened. We're gonna give you the breakdown that shows what it's like. Okay, I make YouTube videos. I make a YouTube video to upload every day, plus a weekly live stream, plus a member show, plus all that stuff, right? I do all that. That is, I don't know if you know or not, it's not a job. This is not a job. Because a job, you have things like a boss and a schedule that you have to adhere to. My schedule is self-created, so much in line with the line from the Primus song where he says, weekends don't mean quite so much when you're unemployed, except you get to hang out with all your working friends. I often don't know what day it is. Because, like, I don't film, like, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I don't record on those days. So those 3 days would just turn into a blur. But for the fact that my wife, who has a real grown-up job, is on a hybrid schedule, and she goes into the office on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So I know when Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday are because my wife isn't home. This week, she had to go in on Monday. So my whole schedule shifted over a day. So now Monday was Tuesday. And Tuesday was Wednesday, and Wednesday was Thursday. So I was out here Wednesday prepping like it was Thursday. Cleaned out under the bench, got all the stuff organized, put things away, got stuff readied. And then next thing I know, I was a day ahead. So then on Thursday, I did all the stuff that I would ordinarily be doing right now. Finished building rigs, worked on painting bodies, did a whole, got very productive because I had gotten all my days wrong. So we get forward to Friday, and I was honestly, so yesterday, because I had nothing else to do, 10 Pro number 3 is basically in a drivable condition. The only thing it doesn't have is a body. It's got a radio. It's got a bumper. Oh, I can put that bumper together. That'll keep my hands busy for upwards of I had bought this because I was looking at 2 different bumpers for Sandy. And I knew that they threatened that it was a 10 Pro bumper, but they really meant it. That's a little thing. I do shift work, so I don't know what day it is half the time either. Yeah. What's up, Crawler? How's it wheeling on this chilly day? Not here. It's got to be close to 80 degrees outside.
in the shed.
It's cold. It's cold in here. It's cold in here. And yeah, the Mythigan guy is has developed some sort of mythical illness. I'm glad that I can't contract that from here. I believe he's far enough away that I'm not going to get that. Yeah, I have seen. Oh, wait. Well, let me start from the top. Blue case 35 kg Pro or 45 kg, same price. What's the difference? They lasered new cases now. So far as I know, and I don't think I'm wrong. Oh, I was hoping there was still a 35 in the thing. So, for the longest time, the 35 Pro, they had changed the little sticker here, but it was actually a 45 kg servo. So it is my belief that this servo and the 35 Pro are the exact same servo. They just finally started lasering new ones. It's the servo that can't be beat for $29.99, and that's Amazon price. I don't even know what they cost from that other site. Yeah. SCX10 Pro on sale for $299.99. I still don't know if I buy it because you buy Zoku rails for $100. You buy 10 Pro portals from Axial for $150. So you're at $250, and then you buy a clone 10 Pro gearbox off of Amazon for $70, and you're at about $325, but you're way ahead because you're on portals and you're on the Zoku geometry.
And you can get rid of its big nasty box.
Well, no, I mean what the portal with the portals with the big gearbox are great.
Nah.
Hey, it just did this thing where it went like this one. I'm playing Forgot It's Friday. Yeah, no. Ed Scribner's had snow for 4 days.
Yeah.
I finally finished a plus 5 hour database homework. I don't even know how to make databases, and I already hate them. Hey, that makes two of us. I don't know how to make databases, and I hate them. Snowing in PA? Nope. Do you have any spoilers to show? Yes. Andre doing one at a time. He got Miggs and he got Shane Doyle. Yeah, I mean, $299 is tempting, but here's the deal. There are 3 10 Pros here now. Rainbird, Bluebird, and whatever bird this turns out to be. Each one of them has successively less 10 Pro in it. Right? Like, 2 of them have 10 Pro gearboxes. They all have 10 Pro axles. I think the real strength of the 10 Pro is the axles, particularly the portals. I'm going to have to do everything I can to resist putting portals on this one. Still rather have a Phoenix kit. Yeah, 100%. I mean, I'm taking a Phoenix over a 10 Pro for sure. 1.9 fossils are $7 a pair. Where? Justin, where? Justin, where? Where, Justin, where? I have my laptop over here. I can buy things at the same time. I've got... Oh, we can unplug this for a second. I've got... We're computers on top of computers. Because I don't want to share the internal bandwidth of the streaming machine with other stuff, so I shut everything down. Yeah, Team Revoltol, where are these fossils? I'm just piecing together random decent parts, and it'll be good to see what happens. Also, don't forget, I pointed it out in the last stream. So, $299 for a 10 Pro kit, but you can go on Mias, and that Mias Gold Flake kit with the portal axles, the links, and the chassis is $250. And out in completely stock configuration, I'm putting the Mias ahead of the 10 Pro there. Anyone know of any trailing arms that are similar to high clearance links? So kinked trailing arms? That's a... Yeah. Not that I've ever seen. Trailing arms are always straight. Tower Hobbies. After watching your series, I'm not a fan of the gearbox skid. The 7.5-inch gearbox is questionable. The fact that the skid is part of the gearbox is also somewhat problematic. I've become a 10 Pro fan because they require so much work and attention and tuning and tweaking them to get them to do what you want. The VRD, you take it out of the box, you build it. If you want to weaponize it, you put Vizoku rails on it, but there's really not a lot to do. Yeah, it changes shocks, but there's not a lot to do there. Drop to the link in the Discord for the fossils. That's what I'm talking about.
Live stream about the Boshies.
Oh, yeah. I posted it on the Discord, but it's that time of year. So the combo's $99 again on Amazon. So if you're looking to live the pistol grip lifestyle, now's the time to do it. Because they're usually trying to sell you, and I kid you not, when sales aren't on, they try to sell you this for $100. No batteries, no charger, no nothing. Right now, it's 2 batteries, both drivers, and a charger for $100. Oh, man. Not $7, $6. $5.99 for fossils. That means fossils are done, right?
Tower.
No, I mean that okay. Well, let me see. We'll do a little search here. Yeah, they're still $23 at there's $6 at Horizon as well. Pre-mounts are $9.50. Don't buy those. You'll never manage to get them off the plastic wheel. Did I watch my RC Family asked if I watched the King Trucker review. I have not. It is it's in the top of my feed inside the house right now. Class 0 test mule recommendation. RGT 136-100 early Bronco on AliExpress for under $130. I don't know about where you're looking, what location. Every time I've looked up a full rig, the shipping from AliExpress is usually more than the vehicle cost. I've seen like $170 shipping cost, which is why, and RGT doesn't exist here basically. Hello, Mr. C. Acquired Axial XR10. Like to upgrade to FOC. Currently has twin 35 turns. Suggestions would be much appreciated. If you've got the room, I mean, it's SEs, right? But the XR10 is definitely before my time. Oh yeah, it's MOA. Okay. Yeah, I know that. All right. If you can fit a pair of Fusions, yeah. I had thought about doing a pair of Outrunners on something like that, and just fabricating some kind of shield so that the whirling Outrunner's not scraping against rocks. SA75 Servo. Yeah, that's a SA75 CVSW V2, which is the one that's a little bit too fast. Tower Hobbies won't ship to Spain. 1-to-1 trans with 833, 827, or OD3 with 833, 830 in Mias Portals. Either one is fine. I prefer the option 2 because it doesn't add any overdrive. So you're not speeding up the front end. That's personal preference though. Oh, someone drop a link to those fossils, please. I mean it's gonna be US sources. Is the problem. Now, oh, wait. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can do something questionable. I'm gonna see if I can open the stream over here. Can I open my okay. If I start dropping frames like crazy, just point it out for me because I'm going to open my own stream on a second computer in the same room as the first one. Whoa, okay. We were gonna go to space. We were gonna go to space because I thought I muted that. Oh, okay. And now I can do this. I can Command C. And I can go to this. And I can go to this. Look at that. Look at that. I did it. Da-da-da. Yeah, the shocks. The shocks on the VRD are a problem because they're still incisions. How did you adapt the Fusion 16? I just made a little plate for it. Hobbywing sells a little plate for it, but managing the 3000 kV is a bit of a problem, particularly if you're a 3S devotee like I am. That motor, I believe that motor was designed with 2S in mind. Some waving. Hey, everybody. I got a set of the Chaptec oil slicks delivered today. What was the Traxxas seal number kits for the rebuild? TRA2362 is your pistons. TRA2669. I'm sorry. TRA2362 is your sealed kit. TRA2669 are your pistons. If you need pistons. Oh, which you shouldn't, because the oil slicks should come with pistons. So you just need 2 packs of 2362s. If you're talking about dual motor gearbox, set up RC Sparks Optimus Prime Overkill is a good course R. Have you seen the new twin motor gearbox? If I can remember what box I put it in. Like these? Like these? One of these right here? Even came greased. I like the way they've gone with this. This is interesting. Fitting it is going to be particularly interesting. It's going to have 2 outrunners on it, and we're gonna see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. Oh wait, I kind of missed one. Did I miss one? I'd give someone my fossils. Somebody's offering to give away fossils. I love the fossils that we have here. Anyone else see that Enjora came out with 2.2 by 5.75s? Yeah, it's super heavy. They gotta be. Gotta be so heavy. What's the difference between an in-runner and a normal brushless motor? A normal brushless motor is an in-runner. I like the one with the carbon plates. I don't know if I would do the one with carbon plates because this is the only tab that's holding your motor on. And carbon is strong right up until it isn't. And I would rather have aluminum, at least certainly for this plate. And the way this one is done is it's just 2 pieces. It's the back and then the face with the motor ear tabs. I have a plan for the high output to make the high output work. So, oh God, I just looked behind me and saw my hands from about 10 seconds ago. Da-da-da. Do you know the gear ratio on that? I know the pinion spur is 824. There's more than one way to find out, but I'll tell you the easiest way to find out. Take these 4 screws out, throw the 4 screws away, and replace them with good ones. Okay, so you said the pinion's an 8, and then you said it's driving a 24, and then we've got I'm gonna need a pick. I'm gonna need a pick. Oh wait, that's an 8. Okay, so does anybody know offhand? Nah, I'm already here. I'm gonna count it. I need a pen though. This is something that would have had to happen in the future anyway. Oh, did somebody say? Somebody said about can I put a link in the? Can I put a link to the drivers? Yes. I feel like I'm living in the future. Because I can do affiliate links from here too. Gotta wait for it to load. Am I dropping frames? Yeah. Yeah, we're dropping frames. Not a lot. Not a lot. Copy. Back to here. Bosh. Did it go? Yeah, there you go. Going up. Tower Hobbies only ships to US and Canada. Carbon plates. Right. Finding out the gear ratio right now. The cuckoo clock is not calibrated. No, the cuckoo clock is way off. The cuckoo clock is 6 hours and 18 minutes off. So it's just simple math. Mr. C, you've been totally right with the ZRD. First comp was an insane victory. That's what I like to hear. I will pass that along to the gentleman from San Diego. Glad I went OD3 because the no OD trans was going to get a carbon motor plate. Dual motor transmission would be an epic for a scaled tow pig. Just ordered the fossils, $18 shipped. That's hard to beat. Yeah. You know what? I can beat that though. Okay. I talked about this in the Discord. This is why that we got the title. Okay. This is one pair. I got 2 pairs of boots, a pair of shoes, and a pair of slides. These shoes were $13.50. $13.50. They're Columbia's and they're waterproof. Look how big my feet are. If you ever, like, you've seen my hands a lot, but look how big my feet are. They're very big. My leg's falling asleep. $17.90 is pretty good. Can you flip the gears around while it's open? Yeah, I mean, it looks like it. It doesn't look like they're specifically directional. Well, one of the shafts is a little bit its own thing, it looks like. I don't know what has happened. Don't mind me. Oh, I'm counting. It'll be exciting while I count here off frame. Yeah. So I counted the 24. And then we've got to count. You will be happy to know, those of you who are interested, that the gears on the shafts are the gear on this shaft, which is the lower output. Where did I put the upper output? Okay, it's the same. They are pinned. They're not swaged. They're pinned. So seeing a separate gear on the shaft fills me with hope. Looks like 28, though I might have counted that wrong and it might be 27. I'm going to hope it's 28. So the input gear is a 24, and attached to the 24, why won't this bearing go back into the case? Let's do this. I got halfway through that thought. So 8, 24. The big one that should be right here is 28. So you've got a calculator, I hope. That's too much math for me. That's 3.5 on that ratio. Yeah, this is quite a lot of reduction, actually. It comes with pinions. And they are 8s. So you got an 824, which is 3 to 1, driving an 828, which is 3.5 to 1. So 10.5 to 1 front and rear. That's not a tremendous amount of reduction. That's good. That's pretty good. And definitely, you'll definitely be running the 8s. Because no matter what motor you pick, it's just running one axle. I cannot, for the life of me, get this bearing to seat back in. It's being really obstinate, I must say. US and Canada. The listing says 9-tooth pinion, and it's 9 to 1. All right, I'll count it again. That's wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, here's the problem. It's not like I'm special needs here. I'm trying to count it through 2 plastic bags. I mean, it should be. 9 makes more sense. But I keep getting 8. I've counted it 3 times. I didn't know you could even make an 8-tooth pinion.
Not stamped anywhere on it?
No. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8, right? 2 on the 1 on the bottom, 1 on the It's 4 and 4. That's an 8-tooth. So they wrong. That's why you got to count. That's why you have to get a pick and a Sharpie Pro that will write on any surface and count your own gears, because they are going to be disingenuous. They're going to tell you the wrong information. Probably not on purpose. Just that's the way it tends to work out. Finally get that bearing to drop in. 9 would make more sense. Have you seen the new can trucks? What's a can truck? Oh, this dual guy does kind of fall into the problem that I've had with some of these before, which is once you get it apart, you can feel a moment of success, but then, my God, getting it to go back together is... Whoop, missed a bearing. Does have some tiny little ones, but I think it'll be fine. It feels reasonably robust, and the gears mesh well, and the gears being pinned onto the shafts is comforting. I've heard of more than one person with a Tulo where the gears inside are swaged and then the thing starts falling apart on them. So we shouldn't have to deal with that. There's a Black Friday deal on the RC4GS for those Canyon converting TRX for sports. That is absolutely true. They're $50. I just ordered one just a couple hours ago because you know what we can't have around here? Too many radios. Yeah, $50 for an RC4 versus $50 for the hot RC. I choose the RC4 100 times out of 100. That is not me speaking disparagingly of the hot RC, but come on. It's an RC4. Come on. Mike Cross got his FCX10. Oh, wait. Discovered that the Chirax tires really don't like snow and ice at 4 degrees below zero. Looking for winter tires for the Land Rover. 1.9 or 2.2 beadlocks if possible. Yeah, fake tires are just going to get rock hard when it's cold. And 4 degrees below zero, that's centigrade. I'd have to go on the internet and find out what 4 degrees below centigrade is in Fahrenheit.
Almost below 33.
Well, yeah. But it's not 4 degrees below zero. Not like how we classify 4 degrees below zero. Yeah, Canyon Trails. Yeah, Canyon Trails would be a great choice. I still have to open everything and grease it all. Yeah, I mean, that's the truth with pretty much everything. Where did you find the cheap Columbia shoes? In the Columbia store. We have a Columbia store right next door to the Target. And I go in there every once in a while just to see if they have any shoes. And they had just marked down all the size 14s. So they were $20 a pair, 50% off if you buy 2 pairs, 10% off all clearance items. So $13.50 for those, $13.50 for another. And then I bought these slides because my children will hate them. I don't know how people wear these. I'm trying to accommodate. And it keeps me barefoot for a few less seconds a day, so I guess it's kind of valuable. What about that dual gearbox with 2 Mini 16 Fusions? The problem you're going to have, as Miata Commuter has pointed out, is that FOC don't quit. So FOC is going to try to tear stuff apart, and it will probably be pretty successful at it. I think the dual Outrunners is probably a better approach, and that is the approach that I'll be taking, is dual Outrunners. Also, you have to remember that even with a Mini 16, and this is why I'll be running Outrunners. Let me get a little one. So the motors mount like this. So you're pretty compact like that. But the Mini 16 is still about that long. So your gearbox is starting, and it isn't getting 10 Pro long, but it's starting to get pretty long. Yeah, so there'll be one motor mounted there and one motor mounted there. And actually, well, you got to turn the wires. But I'll be running a motor about that size. 3625s is my plan. Is the grand plan. I just turned around and saw my past again. As far as overdrive and underdrive, how should I go about it on a TRX-6? Get the AMK, put the overdrive in the front axle and the underdrive in the rear axle, and leave the middle one alone. That's what I did on Jolly Green. It's not an overwhelming difference, but Sofa King Scale RC just said it. Yeah. Overdrive in the front, underdrive in the rear. It does help the turning circle. Not tremendously, but it does help. And the turning circle on a TRX-6 is, large. Minus 4C is 25 degrees. Yeah, you're already at 25 degrees. You're already into the range where J-Concept's green starts to get a little less compliant. So I would think the Canyon Trail is probably perfect. That's probably the best option for weather that cold. Especially with cut lugs, they'll do pretty well in a variety of environments. Canyon Trails are really universal. Anyone here do or have done RC truck pulling? No, but I've seen it on the internet. It looks pretty cool. But I've never gotten to do it. Best jacket I own in the world is a Columbia. I've got those ones that look like a baked potato on the inside. They have like that foil on the inside. I have two of them. I have an olive green one and a black one. It's my favorite jacket in the world because you can wear it when it's really cold, and then when you come in the side of a house, you don't immediately overheat. I don't know how it does it, but it has some sort of thermoregulating wizardry. And we can't have New Balance anymore, so the choice of old people the world over is now Columbia, I guess. We're Columbia people now. The Chirex go like concrete below about 41 degrees. Yeah. Team Erwin's driving home from work. Isn't it like 9 o'clock? I ran my Secure 3625 combo yesterday, and the trucker union was really, really pleased. Erwin has a 90-minute drive home? Good grief. I didn't know Belgium was that big. How big is Belgium? I'm American. We are permitted by law to be ignorant of other people's homes, cultures, languages, everything. Yeah, we only know stuff about our own country. We don't expect other people to know everything about America. So, I didn't think Belgium was that big. Can you drive 90 minutes in Belgium? There I go. I'm planning on trying Mini 16s on one of those, so I guess I'll tear stuff apart. Yeah, go for it. Oh, the real challenge you're going to have is getting a 32-pitch pinion gear on a 2.3 millimeter motor shaft. That's going to be the real. There's going to be some custom fabrication involved. Yeah, I do. I hope you own a lathe and or other machining equipment to get that to go together. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying it's not going to be easy. RC Maniac is still at work getting paid. That's the best way to do it. That's the best way to do it. Get paid to be on the internet. That's where it's at. Variable overdrive. Oh, somebody asked, why would you do it, right? Did I miss that? Like, why would you do that? Oh, what type of ESC would you use for a double motor setup? 2. I'm just going to use 2. That's the way I'm going to do it. 2 Outrunners, 2 ESCs. And the thing is, I'm running tiny little AM32s and tiny little 3625s. So the 2 combos together probably weigh about the same as like a single Fusion. So I'm not really going to be adding a weight. I'm just going to be adding a lot of wiring and a lot of complexity. What I haven't decided is if I'm going to do Y harness and 1 battery or just run 2 batteries. 2 850s is probably what I'm going to go with, 1 on each skid. Yeah, variable overdrive front rear dig. Yeah, because you can control each axle independently. It's a shaft-driven motor on axle, basically. America. Tracks is tracks for snow. There are indeed tracks. But then you're stuck to a TRX4. I got a shaft off of a little drone that is close to the right size. All right. The Kingdom of Belgium is about 1.2 times the size of Vermont. The gentleman over there just said, "How big is Vermont?" Nautical has committed a real sin and got a micro scale, working on an SCX 24. That's too small. That's too small. I'm thinking I'm going to have to send in a mini fusion for the temper. The mini fusion would be perfect for the temper because the temper can handle 3000 kV. TRX4 on a UTB 18 gearbox is going to be an enormous amount of gear reduction, like 80 some or 90 to 1. Even on 3S, that 3000 kV will not be that fast. I mean, channel mixing, sure, but why not dual sticks? Because if I can figure out how to do it on a pistol grip, it's pistol grip for life. The equivalent of Europeans knowing countries is the U.S. knowing states. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. What's your first impressions on the backward chassis? Where did I put the rail? Oh, I put them right here. I'm glad I got to see it myself. So this is the Ally Express special, where if you note by the position of the towers, this is the front. Like here's where the servo mount would be mounted, and this is the rear. And like they put the angle on the skid in the wrong direction. And you would say, well, and what I suggested to him is flip it around and see if you can make that work. But the problem is if you flip it around, then your front shocks are basically like leaning forward, and your your rear axle is way out here past the back. The geometry is completely wrong. I don't know what they did. When they photocopied the thing to make their copy, somebody inverted the copy. I don't know. I don't know what they did to get this wrong. I'm just going to copy some of the dimensions off of it and remake it in aluminum. That's my plan. So what's your preference? Mias over a VRD carbon? Well, that's a tough call. Because the Mias is significantly cheaper. Like a lot cheaper. That's a tough call.
With the VFD carbon, you still got to buy the Zoku rails. So
well, you don't have to.
But it makes it so much better.
It does make it better. Yeah, I mean, I still think the Mias is a better deal, because of how cheap they're selling it. But that's not to take away from the VRD. Why be both? You know, just get. Why be one or the other? Just get both.
Exactly. You spend $500.
Have you seen the Enjora festive stickers? If I got the sticker bin out from below the bench and started going through it, I have every Enjora sticker from every holiday. And I'm not a big sticker guy, so like if they had new for 2024, but so far I haven't seen that they have. Is there a 4S Fusion making its way to the Canyon? It still says pre-order on Hobbywing, but I will definitely be getting one. The Kingdom of Belgium is 7.56% the size of California. Wow. So 12 Belgiums in California. I can't
like the border to what? Bakersfield?
I can't keep one hand or thumb from drifting while using twin stick. I'm glad to hear that that's not just me, because, and this is pertinent, I suppose. When I fall asleep while playing Minecraft, this hand will inevitably, and then my character will usually walk off of a cliff or into the ocean. And if you don't fall asleep while you're playing Minecraft, I would like to state that you don't fall asleep while playing Minecraft yet. but it's coming for us all. Hey, Miata with 5. We're keeping the, you know what we're doing? We're pumping up those numbers. We're staying out of the rookie numbers. We're pumping up the numbers. I love the big numbers. I blow the money. I blow that money. I got paid yesterday. That's how I bought the shoes. And let me tell you, Schoolboy Q always goes back to Schoolboy Q. Schoolboy Q's got a line about getting paid on the 1st and being broke by the 3rd. I can relate a lot because I get paid on the 21st and I'm usually broke by the 23rd. And I'm trying to space it out a little bit because we're in Black Friday season and there have actually been some things worth buying this year. Surprisingly, I'll probably end up buying those fossils. You know how that works. Ned Miller, Lone Wolf, Rye Cry Co, Bjorn 31. And it's just that it's this small group of grays that I think is everybody on there in Europe aside from Lumpkin Muffins that's still gray? I've fallen asleep playing Minecraft. I used to fall asleep playing Gran Turismo all the time and wake up to your car just nosed into a wall like that with the RPMs going. Yeah, that's how you know you're having a good time. You're fully invested in a video game if you fall asleep while playing it. And sometimes I put on Minecraft to try to stay awake, and it is not wildly successful. My 7-year-old picked up a dual stick on the Spectrum simulator and took off and landed first try. Blah, children with their neural plasticity. Yeah. I'm going to have to check the receive gifted membership thing. It's absurd that I have dodged every membership for months. Indeed. I don't mind being gray for now. You stand out, you know? You stand out. I watched a coworker fall asleep mowing grass. That's awesome. That's awesome. In my life, I can think of 2 occasions, one of which was fairly recently at Anime Expo where I fell asleep standing up. You can indeed fall asleep standing up, but you generally won't be asleep for very long. But time really dilates when you fall asleep standing up because when you wake up, if it was 2 seconds that you were asleep, you will be completely disoriented. Have no idea how long it's been, like how much time has passed. You might think that you've warped forward into the future. I immediately looked around to make sure people I recognized were still there. And that is, I mean, I guess that's just aging. Like, when I was young, I never fell asleep when I didn't want to, much less standing up. I'm not sure if I could fall asleep. Video games make me forget to even blink. Oh, you'll get there. You'll get there. It was a riding mower? That's even better. Oh. Yeah. Miata Commuter, if you're going to fall asleep while driving, Gran Turismo is the way to do it. 100%. I was driving home from... It might have been Magic Mountain. If it wasn't Magic Mountain, it might have been the zoo. Might have been LA Zoo. So I'm on the 210, and I remember this very distinctly. I'm on the 210 coming through the like Azusa, Glendora area, and I apparently fall asleep while driving, and I don't know how long it was. It's just like falling asleep standing up. Time really dilates. But when I opened my eyes again, like my body realized it was asleep at a time when it wasn't supposed to be, and my eyes popped open, and none of the cars that I had in pattern recognition that had been in front of me were there anymore. All of those cars had disappeared. And let me tell you something. That's about 45 minutes away from where I live. I've never been more awake in my life. Like, I think I took a shot of, like, my brain just released all the adrenaline that it had all at once. And I was wide awake for the next 45 minutes. That was before I learned the trick that podcasts are what will keep you awake. Particularly if they're telling a story like about somebody who got murdered, because then you get invested in the story and then your brain switches into active mode, right? That's what keeps you awake. Music, no matter how loud, air conditioning, no matter how cold, you'll still fall asleep. Who's on the bench? Isn't a name? He's a bird, but he's not yet named yet. I'm old and gray, so having name and gray is on here is a good match. I went ahead and paid for my membership, was tired of being passed over. I've fallen asleep leaning on a speaker in a jungle rave. Yeah, it doesn't matter how loud the music is. You can sleep through it. The Gran Turismo days were some of the best days. Gran Turismo 2, man. Online racing, where we would submit our times. Oh, Gran Turismo by the numbers, gtbn.com. Those were the days. That was like 2000. That was around 2000. I've fallen asleep playing games, watching videos and movies, in meetings, working from home, and in meetings on site. If I'm sleep deprived enough, I'll snooze away anywhere. One of those dudes who talks about things that are good for your health, not Dr. Mike Israetel, but one of those guys says, they asked him a question about how, people sleep 5-6 hours a night. And he said, if you need 8 hours of sleep, how do these people sleep 5 hours a night? And he goes, there is a statistically insignificant number of people that can operate on 5 hours of sleep without impairment. And I was like, that's my life, baby. Always impaired. Forever impaired. Can you guys please link the great deals for Black Friday? If they're hitting them, like if they can hit them in the Discord, I can link them over. Oh, somebody is. Sfax was doing it. Oh, Sfax is doing a bunch. Okay. Trust Tower Hobbies. I guess a lot of these are going to be Tower. Yeah, $12.80 for Hyrax. I mean, a part of me doesn't want to link that because I don't think the Hyrax are worth $13. I know people like them, but man, have I never found a way that they really kind of work. What's scary is leaving work and then next to know you're in your driveway. Yeah. Could we possibly see a redbird in the Canyon Fleet? I was just talking to the gentleman over here at the end of the bench earlier today. It is impossible for me to paint this body red and call it the Redbird because the Redbirds is the St. Louis Cardinals, and I am a lifelong Chicago Cubs fan, and the St. Louis Cardinals are our sworn enemy. So I can't have a Redbird. It's just like Ben Affleck wouldn't wear a Yankees hat. It's the same thing. Minecraft Zelda is the best. Zelda takes too much involvement. You can play Minecraft for 5 minutes or 5 hours, and it's just relaxing. I put it on peaceful. I flatten the earth. I dig holes. It's great. There's no missions. Nobody shows up and makes you do anything. 3800 battery for Radio Links is on sale as well. I'm going to open a ton of tabs. If that's true, I might have to order another one of those 3800s. $24. That's not bad. That's not bad. I haven't bought one since December of last year.
Will that fit in the KO Propo?
Maybe. Jens Ace 3800. Hey, it worked. Oh, I should mention. These are comp growlers. I found them in a box when I was cleaning. These are fake Wild Peaks, the ones that scored pretty well. I have no place to use those, and I bought those specifically to get the wheels. Ooh, falling behind again. Towers aren't actually Black Friday, they're clearance. That is true. Harry Paul over there only sleeps 2 or 3 times a week. You're kind of like the blind guy. He can't sleep for shit either. Angry Bird, you could paint it red. Oh, that's true. I forgot about Angry Birds. Yeah.
Cuckoo bird.
There's also SCX seals. You need a 12 grit section so you can see how tires do that. I do. Somebody needs to get me one of those big rocks from out in the desert and just bring it over here. They only weigh a couple tons if you get a reasonably small one. But yeah. If you all like video games, take a look at SnowRunner. Somebody recommended SnowRunner to me before. You dig holes in a video game to relax? No, it's worse than that. It's worse than that. Too geek to be chic. Let me tell you, I'll work on the course out there for like 7-8 hours, go in the house, take a shower, and then go play Minecraft and do basically the same thing that I did out there, where I move Earth around. S3 Swamp Claws. They're never going to go on anything. They're never going to go on anything. 155 Baja Claws stretched onto RC4L Drive 1.7 stock wheels from a Marlin. Again, I have no fitment for them. So those are the ones as of now. I might find something on the find something on the racks in between. Ploffering time, yeah. I'm also a lifelong Cubs fan, 98% scar tissue. 2016, baby, 2016. People don't think, like, the Yankees talk about, oh, this is the first time they've been in the postseason since so-and-so. I was like, we went 107 years, people. Big deal. We won it in 2016. We won it. I was there. No, I wasn't. I saw it. I was alive. My grandparents were lifelong Chicago fans. Growing up in Chicago, were Cub fans, and my grandfather was born in 1915 and died before the Cubs won the World Series. So the fact that I was alive to witness it is really something. Have you told the blind guy about watching Mr. In Between? Did I?
Yeah, I watched that live stream. It's in my queue.
It's in his queue. He's going to watch it. I binged it. You can buy those rocks. They come and drop them off with a crane. I bet it's not inexpensive either. I bet that's really expensive. Is the Zoku base camp worth it? It is to me. It is to me. Yeah. Pure rock crawling on Steam is good in a simulator. Rock crawling simulators, you gotta think. You have to think of the environment. Rock crawling simulators is something that I go, huh? I have a rock crawling actuator out back. So, like, if I want to crawl rocks, I play video games. I just finished Dead Island 2. It's rare. It's exceptionally rare in my daily life that I get to kill a zombie with a hammer. So, like, rock crawling, that's the thing. Like, I wonder, do F1 drivers play F1 driving video games? I'm not comparing myself to an F1 driver.
I imagine probably like Gran Turismo and stuff like that.
I'll pay for shipping on the 155s. I'm an Arizona Cardinals fan. I know, loss. We had a girlfriend that we hung out with for years that was a Kings fan since childhood. She had pictures of herself in a Kings jersey, like when she was like barely old enough to sit up. And she was a long-suffering Kings fan. And then they finally, got kind of good. And it just made her really angry because of bandwagoners. People are like, oh, yeah, I'm a Kings fan. And she's like, name 2 players. And she got really aggressive about it. And I was like, hey, congratulations. Welcome to the fandom. Where, I started watching Cubs games in 1984 when they got that close, right? And then when they got close through the Bartman era and through all of it. So I got to watch it all. And when I started watching the Cubs, they hadn't put lights in the stadium yet. So it was not uncommon to play hooky from school and watch day games at Wrigley Field. That is something the kids today will never get. Yeah, Robert Simpson does point out when you've won the World Series 27 times, you come to expect it every year. Yeah, you do. And I still say it, I'm not a Dodger fan. I never have been. And the reason that I'm not a Dodger fan was a big part of that was Vin Scully. And I know that Vin Scully is like a real lovable character for a lot of people. But Vin Scully, and I'm going to say this isn't even a potential hot take. Vin Scully didn't keep it real. He was too much of a Dodger fan, but like a corporate fan. Do you know what I mean? Like a real Dodger fan would be calling him out. The Dodgers did not win the 2024 World Series. The New York Yankees lost the 2024 World Series. That was some of the most awful defense, pitching decisions. They were up 5-0 and threw that game away. I was honestly rooting for the Yankees because it felt like I was watching a Cubs game in 1996. The Yankees made themselves look like they looked like the mid-1990s Atlanta Braves. It was horrifying to watch. And I watch a lot of John Boy Media stuff, and those dudes are New York. And watching them suffer, I was like, there's a little bit of like the rising tide lifts all boats, because I was like, now those Yankee guys, they understand just a little bit what it's like to be a Cubs fan. Just a little bit. Anyone use the Firma 40 amp or 60 amp brushed ESC? Only $17.50 and have a program card. It's going to be like a 1060, I think. I have the gifted membership. Hey, Bill Truitt is an Angels fan, and we've only had one good time. I used to go with buddies of mine to watch games down at the Big A, because they were, we had a buddy that was a Seattle Mariners fan, and we had a buddy that was an Oakland A's fan. And we would buy the cheapest seats you could buy for Angel Stadium, which I want to say were about $11 a ticket at that time. And you would go down to the stadium, park literally in the shadow of the stadium, and sit wherever you wanted. There would be like 3,500 people in attendance on a weekend game. We'd go down there on like a Wednesday afternoon, and there'd be nobody there. It was like going to the theater right before they're going to pull that movie out of the theater. We used to call lovingly the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. They were just called the California Angels at that time. We used to call them the sucking sound coming out of Anaheim. They were truly terrible. They've kind of been my adopted American League team because they were so bad for so long. Yeah. Oh, wait, I think I missed one. Loving the TRX4 series. How's that going? I'm hoping it's going well. There's another episode on Sunday. Sim rigs, not just for nerds. I have a buddy who can use those swamp claws. He's subscribed to your channel but isn't a member. Like I say, just email me about it, and we'll get it sorted out. It's really good if you're playing for the story. Oh, wait, Hellblade. Did Blackjack show up? It claimed it was delivered on the 19th. I never follow up. So, oh, he's in the chat. He's in the chat. Yeah, I didn't see. Oh, and Jerry is an all Detroit fan. Hey, it's been some lean years then. It's been some lean years. Because I remember the last time the Tigers were good, and it was like before my kids. Yeah. How do you like the ProLine 90 to 90 film minimum scale with shocks for $24.99 a set? Okay, listen up. Still too expensive. ProLine shocks leak as badly or worse than axial shocks. Like, they are powerfully leaky. Now, if you're willing to go through all the now they do look good. I'll give you that. They're good looking shocks. If you're willing to go through the work and either buy seals, if somebody knows what seals will fit in them, I want to say they have 3.5 millimeter shafts. My memory of it is hazy. They're going to take some work. They're grotesquely overpriced when in normal price. $25 for a set is not bad. That's almost worth putting in the work to get them to not leak. But just know that as they come out of the package, they will leak as if they have no O-rings in them at all. We need a members video of you and the blind guy. Just haven't talked like this for like 30... Oh, just talking like this for like 30 minutes. If you get Pro Line, only get the big bores. There you go. That was a rough series. You could tell it was over by game 2. Yeah. And when they went up 5-0 and then blew that lead on some of the sloppiest fielding I've seen. Forget about the postseason. If that was the third game of the season, somebody would be like, "What the hell is happening?" Yeah, it was terrible. Angels in the Outfield is still one of my all-time favorite baseball movies. No, you got to go Rookie of the Year. You got to go Rookie of the Year because Rookie of the Year features the line "funky butt lovin'." When the doctor pulls his arm back and then his arm springs forward and hits him in the nose, and the doctor grabs his nose and goes, "Funky butt lovin'." Committed to just cinematic glory forever. Yeah, at least you got to see the Ryan Express pitch a couple games. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, well, when they talk about Rizzo coming back, there's that sentimental part of us all. To be a Chicago Cubs fan, you have to be a certain percentage idiot. That's just how it works. Because you realize that you're ice skating uphill and swimming upstream for the rest of your life. And we maintain that hope. It's the most hope any of us have. Like, because they can be so good, and then they can be so bad. Like, Bush is our first baseman now. Like, he's good. But I want Rizzo back at the same time, you know? That's tough. Garden hoser, yes. I'm going to miss an hour because my phone is going to die. Plug it in. Desert Lizards then? Yeah, I would definitely take Desert Lizards. Well, GTS from Jenny's is probably the cheap, like, in terms of least amount of work, GTS from Jenny's. I'm a big fan now of Chavtex because they're getting so cheap. And if you're ordering them in wild colors, you can still get the E-clip style.
Well, even that plus what, $10 and you get all the stuff you need to do it.
I got a set of the big bore scalar shocks. I got about 4 hours on them, and they still look pretty dry. Give it a minute. You will be driving it, and then you will bring it in, and they'll all just be empty. Like they'll just be empty. It'll be like a little bit of debris. Something will happen. Meanwhile, the shocks that are on Wolverine, one of the little retainers unthreaded, and all of the seals and everything fell down to the bottom, except for the innermost X-ring that's up in there. That shock didn't even lose any oil. That's one of the craziest things I've ever seen. But Proline has never successfully made a good shock. They just haven't. Have you tried GTS shocks with mini springs? Absolutely. There's probably half of the GTS shocks in here are on mini springs. All I do is I abuse the fact that I have equipment, and I take the existing bottom cap that holds the seals in. Why am I doing this? GTS with mini springs on it. I just take the cap and I turn a little land on it with the lathe so that the spring has something to seat on. And then because I didn't want to buy any, I turned those out of aluminum. Tiny little hats. Those are, I don't know what rate these are. These are mystery. These are probably from Chavtex. They feel like about a 2-pounder. Yeah. These are one of my favorite to do the mini springs on because it's just the same size all the way down. These are basically 10 millimeter OD, and then you get a 10 millimeter spring. They look good. GTS, man. They don't leak. We were just having, again, speak of a discussion we were having yesterday. In my estimation, the Traxxas GTS is the only crawler-specific shock that doesn't leak from the factory in terms of OE shocks. So we're not talking about Chronix. We're not talking about any stuff like that. Traxxas made the GTS specifically for the TRX4. And if you look at your OE shocks, Elements are really good. They're really good. But that's not a crawler shock. Associated has been making those shocks for 30 years. They just put threaded bodies on them. That is still just an Associated shock. So the GTS is unique in the crawler world as a shock built for rock crawlers, also doesn't leak. Axial has made a bunch of shocks and every single one of them leaks. Does anyone know if I can get a body hinge pin for the Phoenix separate from the rest of the parts tree? I've managed to lose both of mine. Send me an email. You want to talk about plastic pins? I probably have 10. I tend to make pins. Anybody that shows up with a Phoenix gets a metal body pin. It's mandatory. So, but I can send you a plastic one for sure. I ordered the Chavtech. They were on back order. Won't get here until December 2nd. That's not too far. Proline will leak if you put fudge in them. That's the best. Oh, man. They stick also. Glad I didn't pay full price. Yeah. Well, GTS can get stiction pretty bad. Like when you first pick, like if I picked up Sandy right now and went to cycle the shocks, they'd be pretty stuck. But once they get loosened up, and also the seals aren't even broken in yet, so we'll get there. Love my GTS shock. GTS from Jenny's are hard to beat. They really are. $40. I don't see what the point is in running anything but GTS. That's how good they are. Yeah. I would like to build a buggy. Any tube chassis you would recommend. OptiKit is almost tempting, but I want more performance. It depends on like how buggy are we talking? How budget are we talking? Are you looking at getting something from RC Speedy for like $400? I love what Wolverine became out of an AX10 chassis, an Intigi AX10 cage, and some links and some axles. It's super capable. He's super cheap. Like it depends. What weight is fudge? Heavy. I just want to know if I should invest in a 3D printer or is it a fad? It's definitely not a fad, but prepare to learn. There's a definite learning curve there. And if you can, abuse whatever resources you have at your disposal. If you have anybody that does 3D modeling, rendering, any of that stuff, try to hook them. Try to hook them in. I've got a guy designing me a little thumb lever so I can more easily adjust the cruise control on my RC4s because I'm never going to learn how to do it. I'm never going to do it myself. I 3D print parts grudgingly. I made a part today for my field view camera, my field view monitor on camera 1, on my main camera I film on outside. I made it out of aluminum, and it took about half hour. It took about 20 between 20 and 30 minutes. It never even occurred to me to try to 3D print something like that. I just grabbed a chunk of aluminum and started making it. I don't know if I'm too old for 3D printing. I've been happy with the parts that I have successfully printed, and a lot of the parts that I have unsuccessfly printed have been my fault. You're supposed to clean the nozzle frequently, and I had never cleaned the nozzle. So it's printing pretty good now. But, it's just one of those things. It's a tool. What'd I miss? Are we giving tires away for the price of shipping? Yes. Enduro Rock Buggy Cage is cheap and works great with capper axles. Yeah. Jenny's from GTS get even cheaper if you buy the TRX6, 6 for $50. Yeah, it all comes down to what they have at any given time. And the prices will vary, like if they came off of a Sport or a Trax, or if they came off of a Bronco. So I tend to just buy whatever they have. GTS on VS410s, TRX4 big bores on my comp trucks. Yeah.
But now, are the high lifts the same shocks as everything
They're
else?
longer.
Okay.
Yeah, the Enduro Rock Buggy Cage, I was looking at the Enduro one, I believe it's nylon. I was looking at that one until I found that one behind the spindle sander. So it had been sent in a box of something at some point. So, okay. I'll be semi non-communicative. if your computer goes to sleep, if your laptop goes to sleep, the stream you're watching will crash. So that's just a little FYI. Oh, I meant to go back to, you know what? I think the cable's long enough. I think I can see both. If we could get Mr. C's tiny little hats machined with a slot in the side to make spring changes easier, that would be epic. I was the same way. I felt the exact same way as that, where I was like, I'm going to spend the money and buy the Element ones because they have the slot. And then I realized it literally saves you about 15 seconds, and it is far, far, far easier to machine them without a slot. Why is this not scrolling? Oh, because I had done a thing. Tower hobbies. I said that I was going to put some links in here. Mr. Saxton spent good money, so I will throw some links down. I don't have a mouse or a keyboard on the laptop, so I'm pretty slow. Yeah, fossils for $6 indeed. Logged in from a new device or browser? Text me. Ugh. I mean, on the one hand, I'm all for two-factor. These guys don't mess around either. It's like an 8-digit. Oh, I realized I moved something out of the frame, and then I remembered why. I'm going to work upcoming here in a few minutes. I'm going to try to figure out how to get... I know Google has a spinner. I'm going to try to figure out the Google spinner because we're going to give something away again. I just thumbed over my shoulder out of front. I went like this. We're going to give something away again, and not the blind guy. We're not. You don't want to win that.
Ooh, I get to go live somewhere else.
He will come to your house, so you gotta watch out for that. Oh my God. Okay, I hope that the auto silencer on that kept that down. What is going on?
Every tower's finally going out of business.
Is Horizon shutting tower down? Okay, I gotta open the stream again. Proline Bronco. Proline is selling the 2021 Bronco for 11.4-inch wheelbase for $18.
Wow.
That's what I should be building for Class 1. Are we going to have to rebody Pennaby? No, Pennaby is Pennaby. Go back to Discord and grab another one. K10 body for 20. That K10 is weird looking to me, though. I'm not saying it ain't $20, though. And you know what they say. $20 is $20. What's the difference between Traxxas 2660 and GTS? 2660s are the old big bores. So they have a 10mm bore. They're basically a Chavtech. Like deluxe Dravtechs are just based off of 2660s. Chevy body. I hope I updated that link. Yes, I did. I did good. All right. I need a stream manager. Oh, I do have a lot of tabs out. Okay, let me slam some tabs. Make sure I'm not falling too far behind. Mm-hmm. Is a VS410 based on an SCX102? Yes. Basically, sure. Geometry is very close. Is there any way to make the Vanquish shocks not leak? Not particularly, because the seal pocket doesn't fit most seals. I don't buy used trucks if they have high racks. RC Maniac still doing a member show. Yes, there'll be a member show up immediately after the live stream. I have to do them manually. I bought the Basecamp V2 to replace my V1, and then when I went to switch the brass over, there's definitely a difference in the sizes. Diff cover locked up the diff. Nice. I love a no change in part number. Things just change and they don't mention it. I don't really love that. I opposite of love that. I'm making links. I'm copying links. I'm pasting links. Taco Ma. Taco Ma. It would be a lot easier to do this, which is doing over there. I could just do it right here, but then we would get sent forward in time. Oh man. Okay. I'll do one of the SCX6 ones because I think if you get to the SCX6 stuff, $52 for an SCX6 body is giving it away. I have the burrito burps really bad right now. I apologize. I think the salsa was too spicy for my internal organs. Or I wolfed my food down. That's also a strong possibility. Pro Line SCX6 body. I don't remember what it was called. Okay. The Falcon tires are significantly better in terms of softness. Return the tires I bought for it because they are so much better than previous versions. That is good to know. Why are all the cool things in the States? Because we have all the things. A giveaway for members while I'm still dodging memberships. Oh boy, the Marksman is on sale. Are we giving away those Castle ESCs you've been phasing out? They are all gone. There are 2 Castle ESCs. I have 2 Mamba X's. Hey, there he goes. Let's see how many times he goes. 3, 4. He should go 7, right? 5, 6, 7. Yeah. 6 hours and 17 minutes off. I gave away all of the copperheads and all of that like months and months and months ago. Mostly traded them out for fusions to what I have to. No disrespect intended. Crazy people. But the 2 Mamba X that are still here, one is in my 6S Centon and one is in the GOM. So they're absolutely perfect for that. If you take the free fossils, then you have to take the Chiracs and Lampreys, pay shipping. I would take them. I'll take all 3. I want portals on my Ecto, but don't want elements. What were the ones you showed last week for Sandy? Those are just the housings for TRX4 axles, so you'd still all need the TRX4 bits. I would say the easiest one-stop shop to put portals on your Ectos is just get Mias nylons. They are kind of out of stocky a lot of places right now. You can probably most likely get them directly from Mias. The fitment will be nearly exactly the same as your element axles. Bonita Creek's gonna go buy a Marksman. Do it. Go for it. Greetings, everyone. Been watching the last few weeks on my Kindle and can't comment on the Kindle. I'm amazed that we can watch YouTubes on a Kindle. Oh, go 4th dimension? We might have to go 4th dimension. We might have to go 4th dimension in that I will train. Okay, I'm going to see if I can do it. I have a thought. Yeah, no, live stream on my laptop, but then I will aim a camera at the live stream on the laptop and then share the screen of the live stream on the laptop on the main screen, which is live streamception as far as I can tell. I'm hoping Enjora stuff goes on sale because I love their skid forward chassis and I love some Mias axles on standby. I went to Enjora last night. I took advantage of the Coyote Grande body. $40 for an SCX6 body is super cheap. Yeah, that is super cheap. Red Spider, the same as Mias? Not so far as I know. Not so far as I know. Prices on body shells can get a bit bonkers. No, prices of body shells is just outright bonkers. Super bonkers. $17.69 shipped for the fossils. I would be ordering more stuff. So I couldn't tell you what my total is going to be. You know what? I will go ahead. I'll put the link to the Hyrax. Who am I to tell you what to do with your life? You know,
how to spend your money.
Yeah, I'm not here to spend your money. If you want to buy Hyrax on the cheap, I mean, I would take $6 fossils over $13 Hyrax. 25 hours a day, 8 days a week. Are we going to get the insane echo during the inception? Son, let me tell you something. I hooked up speakers to this computer that's playing this. I can turn those on. And then the inception is going to get really real. Because you will hear the sound from the browser as well as the sound come. Oh, we might go to the 7th dimension today. We're gonna go. Oh man, I just saw my own past. Another dimension, another dimension, another dimension, another dimension. Don't forget to try the coupon code TURKEY. Did I just see that up there? Yeah, there it is. I'm time traveling right now. I'm time traveling right now. I think I had shared some links in the Discord, but already forgot. Horizon does free shopping at a hundo. Oh, we are going to absolutely break the internet. Oh, yeah, okay. Jeez. I sat down, directly to the 9th dimension. How many dimensions was Buckaroo Banzai in? I want that many dimensions. Let me see. Okay. I'm trying to find the Google. Google has the spinning wheel that you can put names in. If you Zoku'd your VRD, what did you do with the stock rails? I think they're in a box. Does anyone make an FMM to get away from the VFD transmission? You can get the fake, you can get the Creeper T with FMM on Amazon for like $40. That's what I've tend to use. I've used like 4 of those now. What do you need on the oil slick chavs text to make them perform and not leak? TRA2369. Did I get that right? 2362. TRA2362. You know what? I have Windows open. Oh, if anybody knows what the Google Raffle wheel is called, the free one, tell me what it is so I can type it in here. We'll do a link. It's the Traxxas Shock Rebuild Kit. You'll need one of them per pair of shocks. But buy a couple. That's my best advice. A-Main came up first. So I'm going to link it to A-Main. If you're already filling a Horizon cart, you can just throw some in there. If you've clicked through a link, then I'm getting credit for it. So I will scrape my 1% off the bottom. TRA2362. I hit shift. Works a lot better when you hit enter. Look at me all green and whatnot.
Is that the Spaniard? Did you finally get one?
There's a lot of good. That man, it's a lot of green. It's a real lot of green. We'd love to see some green. Time travel is cool. I'm watching you live from 8 hours into the future. That is true. Yeah, Exocage does call it moose. Did you see RC Driver try to pronounce Mias? No, I did not. I did not. Wheel of Names, Raffle Generator, apps on Google Play. I could have sworn that there was just it's like a Google spinner, but not in an app. I remember seeing it with the wife. Oh, that'll work. This'll work. As long as I can go more than 8 names. All right. Spacers versus deep dish rims. Deep dish rims all the way. I deep dish all the way. I have used, like, if there's a wheel that has a really far out face, like these are flat on the face, so we run a pretty big hub in there. That's probably like an 18 millimeter. That's par for the course. But I don't like using. I don't like using things like this unless I absolutely have to. Wheel of Names should use as much. Okay, should let you use as much as you want. All right. So we are, perfect timing. So it's hour and a half. That's halfway, because the Midwest Goodbye takes like 30 minutes. So, just contact me. Oh, who asked earlier? Who said, do we have sneaky peekies? You want sneaky peeky? You want sneaky peeky? Yeah, you want sneaky peeky? I give you sneaky peeky. So we bribed. You want to know how you live in the future? A future that I never anticipated. We bribed my younger, who is 19. We bribed my younger with knives, because they had not finished the painting the couvert. Wait. Don't move. Wait.
What's this Wii business? You got a mouse in your pocket?
Yeah, you. That's right. I called you a pocket mouse. Bitch!
Ooh, you're gonna get canceled on the YouTubes.
I can say that one. Okay.
Why you gotta say it like short?
Why you gotta say it like short? 10 comedians. All right. Yeah, that'll work. All right. If we're gonna do sneaky peeky, we're gonna do sneaky peeky. Okay, hold on. Under the thing. All right. Okay. All right. Sneaky peeky. All right. Do you think any of the Proline shocks on sale are worth getting?
All
right. So we bribed the kid with knives, right? We said, and by we, I mean that guy over there, because he buys knives like other people buy something that they buy a lot. Like, what's something you buy for milk or eggs? He buys knives like other people buy milk. So we gave the kid some knives, and the kid turned it out. Like, I mean, this is not the kind of work I'm doing. If you know where I'm coming from. So the Corvair is 100% class 1. Like this thing is class 1. I don't know if you should try to fit anything bigger.
If you do just longer body posts, jack up the body.
So yeah. Like we've the blind gentleman says it kind of reminds him of Damascus. Yeah, it looks like that thing that they do to prototype cars, so people can't tell what the car actually looks like.
I don't know how easy it'll show up on the.
Yeah. I mean, do you see where he's coming from? Yeah, he spends some money on knives. So yeah, there's definitely there's like a familial thing. This is the metal version, and that is the hand painted version. How does this thing close? Oh, button. Ooh. Well, that's not smooth at all, is it? Not smooth at all. Yeah, it is Posca's. It's Posca pens, And my biggest worry about it was, will those window masks peel off? Because the window masks had been on there for what, since September? So then we were sizing it out. Then I set it up. Okay. When this gets given away, and this should be given away next week, when this gets given away, whoever gets it, I need you to know these wheels consider them glue-ons, because when you remove these wheels, you will probably not get them back together again. Virtually every wheel has at least one broken tab on the screws for the bead lock. They hold, and they've mounted fine on some flat irons, some old pre-XL flat irons. They look great when this thing sits down. It's pretty solid. Like that's okay. That's the family truckster to maximum mode right there. But like the tires will still be fine. The inserts will still be fine. I think they're J Concepts Class 1s in there, so they're perfect. I would have loved to throw some scale hubs on it, but for whatever reason, the threads come out like 7 millimeters past the nut, so none of the scale hubs I have will fit on this. Black scale hubs would be some real chef's kiss stuff. Yeah. Oh, can we see it from the top? Yeah, look at that. Look at that, if you will. And the kid had to do it super, super carefully because the Posca would rub off because it's a base of vinyl and fabric paint. So the Posca was all rubbing off. So they painted it very meticulously by hand. And then I immediately went over it PS55. So, and then because I was thinking maybe they want to add color, they make me want to do something. So as soon as we put color over the top, I was like, it's like an art car. It's an art car now. It doesn't need anything. I don't think it needs anything else. Yeah, as soon as this thing did the stream stay up? Hey, the stream stayed up. All right. So this will be next week. Yeah, RC Maniac is gonna have to chop it up to get 1.9 ruptures on there. Unless you go with really wide axles. If you got Capra axles under there, it would go great. Should have been painted like the Morvair. It's been done. Do a Google image search for like Morvair rock crawler. Yeah. It's been done like 100 times. So that would make you say, then why is he getting the wheel out right now? Well, he's getting the wheel out right now. So we did another one. It's another, it's not a cull. It's not, it was right there. She's right there all the time. She's right there. She's reminding us. I want to put LEDs in her eyes, so that I can press a button and her eyes light up. We've got that thing about, like, does it spark joy, right? Like, is it something that gets driven? Is it a vehicle you've forgotten that you own? Yeah, so here we are. It is a roller, no electronics expressed or implied. It is as is. You would start to think that I hate flat irons because we're giving away flat irons again.
It's the theme of the month.
The theme of November is giving away flat irons. Mount lasers in her eyes so she stares down on the workbench. I want to 3D print a 3D Marie Kondo, but that seems weird. I don't know if there's any Marie Kondo action figures out there. If there are, please do let me know. She has a spot reserved for her up there on the wall of shenanigans, where if you notice, we've added another Luffy. More Luffys. Looks like a good base to start from. I don't know if there's anything that you need to do except put high KV in it, because this is as close as you're getting to a pre-runner, really. if you go with something like a Proline I-beam, if you know somebody with a Proline I-beam, you're going to smack them around with this because it's 4-wheel drive.
What is that?
Missing link. I think, and the body is Velcroed. So, yeah. I gotta do this. Yeah.
Custom.
There you go. You can't have a beams kit. If you have a beams kit, you're now 2-wheel drive. And if you're 2-wheel drive, you can now go really, really slow. So this is 4-wheel drive. And yeah, definitely not geared towards success. It was built just because it was like a thought experiment.
Didn't someone send you IFS or something?
Yeah.
How it got built?
Yeah, basically. I had not in-house to build this. I had everything to build this except, well, I had wheels, but I preferred these wheels. These are the Boom Racing knockoffs. So I bought the wheels and I bought the shocks, which were the second set, I think, of Chavtex that we bought. Everything else was already here. So I built it out of what we had. And it's fun. It just, I don't know. I don't think I've ever driven anything with trailing arms. Yeah. I'm telling you, Ty Joe, if you can't, well, okay, you can't put that I-beam setup on here. It's IFS. It's IFS. That would replace the whole front end. It would make it 2-wheel drive. It would make it completely undrivable. And if anybody disagrees, you can test it yourself. It's really easy to do. Go to your rig, take your front drive shaft off. It will be almost unusable on any surface. We don't have enough weight over the rear axle. We don't have enough weight, period. We have too much gear ring reduction. I ran a Fusion Pro in this, and it was just on the cusp of being fast enough. It probably needs some sort of like 2700 or a 3000. No, this is IFS 2. This was my first IFS 2 set. You can tell because the shock is in the middle of the wishbone. Yeah, this is full IFS 2 in the front. It's mostly factory team. It's mostly parts left over from building gatekeepers. So it's gatekeeper shocks, gatekeeper arms, gatekeeper housing in the rear. Yeah, the old discoed gatekeeper. And an XF. So remember, this was just before the Zool came out. The Zool 2, which was, if I remember correctly, independent suspension and trailing arms. Yeah, IFS 2 is definitely a lot easier to work with than IFS 1. IFS 1, I think, is ultimately, you can get a lot of performance out of IFS 1, but you have to put as much work into IFS 1 to get it work as, you should just buy enough IFS 2. So, the giveaway of the day is that, and then, obviously, you can send me an email about the tires. So the giveaway of the day is that, and did anybody say, I'll take it? Did anybody say, I'm interested? Because I'm sitting here staring at I'm staring at Wheel of Names, and I'll type your name in here if you're at all interested. And that is how we'll do that. IFS 2 in the front, trailing arms in the back. We are now free to purchase another Warlord cab because this one has the sneaky gold flake on it. This was the last of the bike paint. It's very dusty. It's very dusty. They're very Kieran gay. Now, you do know that it's got to be green. No, I mean your name's got to be green. I think it starts at like $2.99. Let's see if I can type fast enough. You know what? The trick is don't use capital letters. If I don't use capital letters, I might be able to keep up. This is much better than the other one. Robert Simpson. Yeah, I was doing them on my phone last time. It was less great. Gray. That's Scrivener. Lumpkin Mumpkins.
He wasn't green earlier.
Paid for it.
Nah.
Will it fit a 3660 brushless? It's going to fall behind. There is 65 millimeters between the motor plate and here. So if your motor is 65 millimeters or less, you are good to go. Can you export the members list and just copy paste? And it's a weird thing for me because half of me wants somebody to win it that lives 20 minutes away, so I don't have to mess with shipping it. But the other half of me wants somebody to win it on the other side of the planet just because that would be cool. And I'm not putting Stu Nod in twice. I did a caps, and I said I wasn't doing caps. The slices are getting thin. That's the way we like it. Brandon M is interested now. Do you need to be a member? Yes. You can blame YouTube for that. When they started giving me benefits for doing more members content, here we are. The audio is real glitchy. It looks so. I mean, it's okay on my end.
Yeah, sounds perfectly great.
Yeah. That's because you hear actual me.
No delays or anything.
Oh, okay. A couple people are losing audio. Frames are good now. Oh, something happened though. Did it stall and then pick back up? Because now the drop frames has reset to 0. Yeah. If you can only keep one rig, which one? I'd still keep Daphne. Hey, Lisa. I knew we were having trouble when it was quiet for more than a minute straight. Oh, wow. Yeah. Something really happened. Yeah, I've never seen the frames reset before. Chris M. Audio is fine in Michigan. Yeah, it's weird. I guess I dropped, and some people it didn't drop. So what's the difference between the $3 and the $5 membership? Nothing. I only started making member-specific content about 2 weeks ago. So
however much you want to donate.
Yeah. Audio fine in Switzerland. In the radio business, they call it dead air. That's true. Yes, Uncle Love 75 is on there. I think so. Oh, do you need to be a member? Yes. The only time my audio is affected is when my 9 to 5 beckons. Yeah. I would have guessed Argenum is the one you would keep. Daphne, the sport, is there because of, like, because it was so early in the process of building rigs. I learned so much about the stuff that I do from working with that TRX4. That was the first welded bumper I made. That was the first set of shocks that I fully customized. That was the first things. A lot of the places, the first things. That was the first creep cab that I bought. That was the first body I patinaed. So she tended to be the first of firsts a lot. Lumpkin should be on there. Yes. Lumpkin Mumpkins is in there now. Yeah, I don't know what that dropout was. That was something. I think everybody. Okay, so this time around, I'll try to. Well, we'll let it go. We'll let it go. Oh, well, see. Okay, if people are joining, I'm just going to assume that means you want to be added. I just assume. Yeah, I'm wondering if the audio cut out. I don't know if it's like that. There's a stream running in the back. Okay, I'm going to close the stream in the background on this one. I'm going to close that. I'm going to close this. I'm going to close this. I'm going to close this. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if it's me, if I'm hogging my own bandwidth. We'll see what happens. Oh, Hunkalove, you don't have to worry. I know what you mean about super chats, where like to get a question answered you have to pay. No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. I think that adding like you need to be a member to win rigs. I honestly think that is perfectly fine. I'm perfectly fine with this. But no, I'll answer anybody's question on Discord, in a comment, in an email, on a live stream. I'm not monetizing information, is basically what it is. Like, it's okay to get a couple bucks a month if you have 2 mics. No, it's just one mic. It's just one mic. It's okay to have a couple bucks a month coming in to give rigs away, because giving the rigs away frees up space. It allows me to build more rigs and buy more rigs. Yeah, Troca RC is the most recently added one. Patrick Wright swears he will become a member if he wins something. That's definitely cart before the horse right there. Yeah, membership does help cover shipping. Yeah, everything, every little bit helps. This is like PBS. Yeah, Chris M is there. Yeah, I'll give it another. We'll give it till 2. I'll give it till 2, and then I'll read off who's on the wheel, and then we'll spin it to make sure I didn't miss anybody. I don't think I missed anybody. And there's very little gray in there. There's very little gray. Is my name in the hat? It is now. And I want to point this out now. I'm not pointing fingers. I'm not pointing. I'm not pointing. Jimbo's in. I'm not pointing fingers, but I've had more than one email in the past about like who won, like making remarks one way or the other about who won, whether they liked it or disliked it. And what I say to that, and I'll say it now in advance of giving this one away, what I'll say is that I'm getting about 1/3 of each sentence. I don't understand what's happening. Like my bit is all the way up. Like we've got good strength. I've dropped about 1% of frames currently. Crawler life. It's the whole Elsa philosophy. It's the like once I decided, I came to like this happened a while ago. Okay, probably 2 weeks ago. I came to the decision that I was giving this away. And once I come to the decision that I'm giving this away, it's gone. I don't care who wins it. It's going. It's going to go to someone else, and then it's gone. That's it. So if my mortal enemy wins it, then that is what the universe decided. And in this aspect, the universe is a little spinning wheel that's on the laptop right now. Can I go full screen and make it look better?
Who on your members list is your mortal enemy?
Yeah, who is my mortal enemy? You can't. Oh, does this work? Oh, there we go. Okay. When we spin it, I can go to full screen. I'm figuring out how to do this. So yeah, audio's either great for people or bad for people. I don't know how it is. For Miata Commuter, it's been fine all stream, and they're in a moving car, so that seems to work. Craig, only getting dropouts on 1080. 720 is perfect, smooth and smooth, no problems. Everybody, yeah, Proline. There you go. My mortal enemy is sliders. I don't know. I think I put snorkels. I think snorkels have passed sliders. Because when you get hooked on a snorkel, baby, you are hooked. Sliders are just annoying, and like you can have sliders up to a certain point and they still be fine, but actually these are sides. This doesn't even have sliders. So I don't know. It's a toss-up between sliders and snorkels. But yeah, Proline. If Proline won it, yeah. Red Cat. Oh, if Red Cat won it. Damn, you know what? I never forgot about Dre, but sometimes I do forget about Red Cat. I really do. And I don't know if Red Cat is my mortal enemy. Mark Saxon says it's playing great at 480p. I want to build a rock bouncer using my Basecamp parts now that V2.1 and V2 don't match. How would I decipher what rock bouncer chassis would work? It's all going to work. Yep. It's all going to work. Like, it's going to be hard not to make it work. Selecting your link lengths, getting your length right and your width right is what's going to be the ultimate deterrent. And tires is going to be your number one concern. But like, will it work? Sure. Will tuning it in take a while? Yeah. But that's the fun of it, isn't it? Is it not? Sliders theoretically have a function. I like what everyone else hates, so maybe I'm your mortal enemy. Ooh, Red Cat was going to make a big live YouTube announcement today. Oh boy, I hope it's the Ascent Fusion 18. Uh, and then insert an appropriate sound effect, whether it be like a womp womp, something like that. Yeah, I am dropping a lot of frames. So we're gonna close up the laptop here in a minute. Red Cat Bed Dancer Mini Truck. Yeah, I got the email about that way back. Did you answer the question of if you could only keep one rig, which one would be? Oh, yeah. Daphne the Sport. Oh, so cutting out on the phone, but not where he is. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I guess that works. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if Red Cat is my mortal enemy. It's a shame, you know? Somebody sent me the link to Holmes talking about super cheap brands, and all he talked about was MST and Red Cat. And I'm like, MST gets pretty pass most of the time. I don't think people are buying it specifically for blow-away performance. But, like, my God, I could never in clear conscience recommend a Red Cat to anyone just because of the rampant false economy of it. Oh, and be aware, time is the only mortal enemy. That's true. It's true. Might be too deep for a Friday afternoon. These are real because these are the variable offset. So basically what I'm saying is like this. Because if you want to change those tires, you took it on yourself. I would take little fella over an ascent. Yeah. Red Cat had that sport motor on the Marksman though. Well, yeah. I mean, we can't. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. That was a Holmes motor in there. Yeah, you can't count a Crawlmaster Sport and a Hobby Wing 1080 as plus points for Red Cat. They didn't make any of that stuff. Yeah. They just procured it. I get a lot of stick for using FTX vehicles. I can't say anything negative about FTX because I've never even seen one in person. So I have no idea. My mortal enemy is cheap hardware. Yeah. Zinc plated no-name hardware? Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Oh, I'm just saying Holmes might be a bit of a soft option due to brand deals. Yeah. Audio is everything 20th word. I don't know what is going on. I like everything on my board over here, everything on my diagnostic looks fine. Like I'm not dropping a huge amount of frames. Average time to render a frame is 4 milliseconds. I'm playing at a proper 30 frames. I've dropped no frames due to rendering or encoding. My audio monitor up here looks absolutely fine. Like, yeah, I don't know. And I don't have any headphones out here to hear what my stream sounds like through the laptop. I would say that our Deer Crawler Canyon is the very last large RC. I don't know if I'd call myself a large RC YouTuber. I mean, look at the sub numbers Harley and SBG and those guys have. Look at EXO, look at RC Review. Those people are all or like, I think the low guy is 70,000. And I'm sitting over here at 9. But I'm fine. You know why? Because, I mean, y'all. Oh, he's the blind guy is walking outside to see if his audio is yeah, blame the bomb cyclone. My mortal enemy is anything lower than 6'6". So like even door frames are gonna get you sometimes. Because they are 6 foot. Or are they 6'8"? 80-inch. Yeah, they're 6'8". So you can walk through a door. That's good. The Germans are messing with audio. They make shorts and totally work for the algorithm. You do this for us and yourself. Dang, you know what? That honestly does mean a lot because I've tried to make shorts as like promotions for my own videos. I just don't, I need a guy. I need an unpaid intern that can come out here and do all that stuff. Do that social media thing. I love being on the Discord because I like answering people's questions and stuff like that. But like the drive to increase the monetization level of my own content, it's not there. It's not there. The top of my head is a roadmap of scars. Mine kind of is too, and I get the feeling I'm much shorter than you are.
Mine is as well.
Mark Saxon, oh yeah, Mark Saxon is up in the air. He got bomb cycloned. Cyclone bombed? Bombed cycloned? He got something with the bomb cyclone.
Yeah, it's a little spotty.
That's because most of the FTX is rebranded RGT. Oh, all right. Import Hugo in there. He's pretty far away. Post the video at 60 times speed as a short. You know what? I can get behind that. The Canyon is my RC content. I don't sub to anyone else. Nice. I like that. I think your shorts should be rants. 60-second rants. Just to see how many thumbs down I can get. This channel single-handedly got me from 1/24 and 18th into 10th scale. Still comp the little guys a bunch, but the 1/10 is for fun. Nice. Aaron Schmidt also doesn't have power after the bomb cyclone, which, I have gotten people asking, like, what's going on with the bomb cyclone? Where we live, right that way over there, is what they call the high desert. And there's a mountain range. So the desert is up high, like 3,000 feet in elevation. Then there's a big mountain range. And then we're way down here at about 1,200 feet on the other side of the mountains. So what happens is the stuff, like the bomb cyclone. There we go. So when the bomb cyclone, no, 2 is the way to do this. So when the bomb cyclone starts coming down, so it's currently messing up the Bay Area. And here's where it came through and it whacked the guys in like Seattle and Portland. As this big, like, what does that look like? It kind of looks like a spermie, really. When this big spermie tail slides down the coast, it won't be able to get its spermie head over the mountain range. So it's going to go down the coast and it's going to whack all the rich people, right? It's going to hit Santa Barbara. It's going to hit all the sands. It's going to hit San Juan Capistrano, San Diego. It's just going to move down the coast and just soak everybody. And like, you see this top end is moving over that way. That's going to peel off and it's going to go rain on like Nevada. But if you look at our 10-day, we don't even have a chance of rain. Like, we're going to get a little cloudy and we're going to be in the mid 60s. But like, we're not even going to get rain. It is 76 and sunny right now. The glare is terrible on that. It is 76 and sunny right now. So the bomb cyclone, all it did was push a little bit of heat down here. And ordinarily, it would be about 10 degrees cooler right now. Honestly, a super speed video as a short would be a sneaky way to throw sneak peeks in because they'd be like one frame. Yeah. My goal, Sputtercrawler knows what it's about. My goal is to achieve a Cave Johnson ranting about lemons level of ranting. When life gives you lemons, you shove those lemons right down life's throat. Yeah. 2:02 o'clock. Oh yeah. I should have been okay. Who won? We haven't spun it yet. I don't even think we're gonna do. Yeah, sucks to be a sand. Yeah.
You are a sand burner.
Okay. All right. So, starting from the top, and this is only going to be helpful to the people for whom audio is not cutting out. This is our first day of audio cutting out. Who knows? Starting at the top, Jay Leeson, Brian Massey, Sputtercrawler, Andre Rosu, RC Maniac, JP Wirt, Robert Simpson, Jeremy Yoder, Ed Scrivener, Lumpkin Mumpkins, Miata Commuter, Bill Truitt, Antos Holm, Ben Webby, BMFRC, Stu Nod, Nautical, Swampers RC, Jeswa, CJRC, Brandon M, Big Lid Living Fella, Jay Leeson, Jimbo, Chris M, Thomas Byers, Hunkel F75, Quick Ren, Juan Valdez, Troca RC, Charles Hurley, Mark Saxton, Crawler Life, Dustin Woodham, and Brorb. That's who I've got. I'll give you like a minute. If you didn't hear your name, it's the damn delays. Crawler Life said, "Man, just be on the list." Yeah, well, you're the third to last name, the penultimate. Anytime I'm at Red Rocks, first question from strangers, do you watch Crawler Canyon? I don't believe it. Jay Leeson's on there twice? Jay Leeson is the most honest man on the surface of the earth.
Didn't even notice it myself.
Because I didn't notice it, and he pointed it out that he was on there twice, doubling his odds. RC Zilla and RC Guy. See, I knew there would be other people. RC Zilla. RC Guy. I put RC Guy with 2 Y's.
You know who it is.
And Benjamin. Las Vegas Steve. And Sam Stevens. And Aaron Schmidt. Sam Stevens. Aaron Schmidt. I have to ask, Mr. Schmidt, how has your life been affected by that skit from Key and Peele? Like, I have to know. RC Guy is now on there. Nicholas Steffi. Nick Steffi. And if you're spelled wrong, you're spelled wrong. Was this not member? I'm not on there. Organized Chaos. Yeah, some of these are going to be misspelled for sure. One for me in the Vanquish False Economy. Aaron. Super one-handed RC. That's going to be really hard to read. I didn't put any spaces. What brand brass portal covers would you recommend for my TRX4? The Benedict Harry ones are really good because they don't interfere with any sort of screws or anything. Most people make the AA run comment but don't even know where it's from. That's messed up. That's not cool. That's like the girl wearing the Nirvana t-shirt and she doesn't know who Nirvana is. Did you watch Justin Morgan Has a Horse yet? Would you believe that that Disney Plus is open on my computer right now? But no, I haven't watched it. Isn't Juan Valdez a brand of coffee? He was the guy that went and got the beans, like with his donkey in the commercials from like the 80s. Yeah, Aaron. It was the substitute teacher. What do you think of the optic kit? I think underwhelming. Different colored body panels and machine ring and pinion is not going to sell it for me. Comment skipped again. What did I skip? How do I get in the list? You already are. I don't understand the optic deception. I don't understand it either. All right. Okay. We're going to go full screen. So we added, after we finished, we added RC Zilla, RC Guy, Benjamin, Las Vegas Steve, Sam Stevens, Aaron Schmidt, Nick Steffi, Organized Chaos, B. Kochner, would that be right? Kochner, Super One-Handed RC, and Sivart Custom RCs. That ought to be it. That ought to be it. Is that it? Sounds like, does it feel like it? Looks good, sounds good, real good. Okay, full screen. We're going to unplug from power. This keyboard. Can we zoom? Can I do this? Right? Right there. Right? Hold on. We only use the highest tech. There you go. Did it say the odds? The odds are 1 in this many. those are your odds. And this one, you can actually see your names spinning around, unlike the other one. The free one is much better. I want an optic kit to make a Go Fast U4 rig. I like the optic... Oh, wait. I like the optic cage. I would love to put offset pumpkin... Capra axles under an optic cage for like a U4 type build. That would be cool. Or even as a crawler. That'd be cool. I'll be happy when the optic craze is over and I own 2 of them. That's nice. Okay. So should we... Okay. We're going to do... I would have to use 2 hands to do Control Enter. So we're just going to click it. Everybody's ready? Everybody's ready? Make it stop. It's spinning. It's spinning.
And then it stops. You must pay to play.
Oh. Dang it. That dude's in Sweden. Dang it. Well, all right, look. This might work out okay because this might be okay because this isn't that big. It's not that big. I can fit this into a reasonably sized box. This is the second thing I've had to ship to him, so he should still be saved in my thing. Because, all right, well, he'll get to drive this in like 4 months, 5 months. Norway, that's it. Not Sweden, Norway. Send him some 6. Oh, look, let me tell you something. All right, we're gonna do this. So everybody saw Brorb. No caps. No caps is key. So when this little fella over here goes into a box, oh, we ain't messing around no more. You can't even get the whole bag in. I filled so many of them with concrete, and they just keep multiplying. Every time I turn around, there's more foams. Yeah, there's almost 1,000 drop frames. We're dropping a lot of frames today. Yeah, Brorb came in late and nailed it. Robert Simpson, Sweden, Norway, potato. You gotta watch out. Those Scandinavians are all, but Norway's the troll one, so that's cool. Hey, shipping subsidy to Norway. Miata Commuter, as a resident of Southeast Pennsylvania, knows how far away Norway is. It's far. It's real far. Here's what, you want to know what's crazy, okay? It'll be really fun to find out what the shipping charge on this is going to be. Because it cost $30 to send Blackjack to Alaska. It was $29.99. Insured, it was $29.99. And this is going to be more, for sure. It's going to... Missing Link is going to visit the fjords. going to go see the fjords. I'm running a Phoenix in Class 2 in our local comps. Any suggestion on shock towers for some adjustability on shock angles? Rock Pirates? I would make them myself, but Rock Pirates? Rock Pirates? Yeah. Hey, Europe, place your orders now. I can ship all those things you normally can't get. Oh, that's right. He's the. Oh, yeah. He's the. So his bag of with all the 3D printing as he does, his bag of 3D foams might of unused foams might be as big as my bag of unused foams. Is my wife working today? Yeah, she is getting her hair did right now. Robert Simpson is on the Viking list now for saying potato. Might be dropping frame rates, but it's still better than the Tyson Jake Paul fight with just the little, this thing in the middle, the little pinwheel, the little white pinwheel. Yeah. $60 to send all those, and that was 2 boxes. Yeah. I mean, Zoku, Bonita Creek down below said Zoku about adjustable shock towers. I don't know if your class allows changing the rails, the performance increase is going to thrust upward into the sky, going to a Zoku, but I don't know if his competitive rules would allow it. My name in Spanish class was Juan. I always signed my homework as Juan Valdez. Oh, IERC for Phoenix shock towers. There you go. I need some Artful Dodger stuff. It is getting so hard to find Artful Dodger stuff. Like, it's either out of stock or there's always something about like the chassis were all out of stock for the longest time. RC Kai just dropped 220 at Horizon. Nice. Yep, I was going to say it must be 17 after. On the topic of shipping costs, I spent $300 to get pants from California to Japan. Rigged in Norway is going to hurt. Yeah, it's going to be something. But it is partially subsidized. Residents of the great state, a resident of the great state of Pennsylvania, the land of pants, has subsidized that cost. Yeah, so we'll do, as I said, we'll do the. Oh, my brain is. It's not a cow. It's Damascus. We'll do the Damascus Couvert next week. Yeah, somebody got cow on it because it's black and white. It's a Calvaire. And if anybody emailed about the tires, I will respond to those at some point. I'm not going to do anything foolish like say immediately. Tyson versus Paul reminded me of the scene in Bruno known as Straight Dave. It just like I said that there's no human being alive under the age of 30 that wants Jake Paul to win. And that was definitely a Pyrrhic victory, was it not? Because Jake Paul was announced the winner, and he won a fight against a guy 31 years older than him, and had to win on decision. Like, I could even kind of tell, and I don't think that Jake Paul has anything directly resembling like a conscience or an inner monologue. But at the same time, it felt like at a certain point, I felt like he wasn't all the way into it, you know? Like, even he realized on some level, on some human level inside, he was like, this is not what I thought it was going to be. Right? I'm just beating up an old man. Yeah, exactly. Bill True. Did he win? Really? Yeah. Did he? Jake gonna fight Muhammad Ali next. Well, we can dig up Sonny Liston or somebody and he can fight them. If they're just gonna keep getting older, then there was that one, like the current world champ in some category, like his weight class was like, I'll fight you at this weight. And I guess Jake Paul didn't immediately respond to that. scripted fight for both to make money. The problem is, if that was indeed a scripted fight to make money, my God, like, be better. That was not great. That got painful to watch, is what that got. Yeah, got to remember Mike tried to fight in 2020 and didn't look so good at that as well. Yeah, and it's 4 years later. Someone said he's going to fight Joe Biden next. Are the S3 Swamp Claws up for grabs? I don't know. If somebody emailed about them, it's first come, first serve. But I don't have the email. I closed the laptop. And I think I stopped dropping frames. So maybe it was a little too much, a little too hoggy on the bandwidth. I haven't seen anybody say the audio's going crazy in a while. So did I fix it? I might have fixed it. Bonita Creek is working on tomorrow's video. People just cashing out early today. That's cool. Charles Hurley emailed about the Swamp Claws. Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go. First come, first serve. So, and as always, same deal as always. You just chip for shipping, and they head out. Let me know if there's anything else that you need or are looking for, and if I've got it and I'm not using it, I'll throw it in the box. That type of thing. Jake whispered in Mike's ear and said, "Hold back." Mike was biting his glove out of frustration. The one that was most damning for me is somebody did a screen cap and they showed it in like slow motion. Paul dipped and threw a right like this, and his whole left side was completely open, and Tyson didn't throw a punch. And I was like, oh, that doesn't look good. Like there's no way he didn't see it. It's Mike Tyson. There were a couple moments in like round 2, Tyson moved like Tyson. He reminded you for a second that he was Tyson. And all of us of my generation, I think, we all had this small hope. We were like, maybe Tyson will knock him out. Or maybe that's the Cub fan in me. That I was like, the underdog can still win. But, I mean, hey, the big thing is, if you had bet the Vegas line, it was what? It was minus 900 on the fight going all the way. So if you had made $100 bet that the fight would go the full 8 rounds, you would have won $1,000. Yeah, Mike wanted to. He flinched like he was going to unload and didn't do anything. Held back so many hits he could have landed. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I didn't see it when I was watching it, but we were also buffering quite a lot. And there were moments that I, as a person who doesn't, I can say pretty easily, I don't watch boxing regularly. Like, I don't watch boxing weekly. And yet there were still moments where I was like, oh man, like, why didn't he punch him right there? like he was wide open. So that was the one that really led to me to the conspiracy, and in the conspiracy that the Jake Paul camp would not like. Not the conspiracy, because I had heard on something, probably a YouTube short, that Jake Paul said he was holding back because he didn't want to hurt him. And I was like, brother, you threw like 200 punches. Like, what does it look like when you're not holding back? You throw like 300 punches? He didn't look winded. He looked frustrated. Yeah. Yeah, the buffering, I had almost no buffering during the earlier ones. And man, I don't know how to say this and not be insensitive. I mean, I guess from generations of training, the ladies who fought before, that was a questionable result for me. That judge's decision, but they didn't really beat the crap out of each other, didn't they? I mean, those two beat the crap out of each other, and the problem is we saw that, and then we saw the slow motion Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson, and it really was. And the two dudes before that one dude threw like 700 punches. I told my youngest kid, I was like, I'll get you a heavy bag. We'll get the heavy bag out, and I want you to go. We'll put the timer up, and I want you to go punch it 700 times. I'm like, you will black out before you get to 400. Like, the conditioning to throw 700 punches is some real next level stuff. Yeah, Jake lost to a real fighter, Tommy Fury. That's why Canelo says he needs to stick to what he's doing, beating on old and washed up fighters. Yeah, 100%. The chicks really scrapped. Yeah. Yeah, and the thing is, there were a couple rounds, and that's why I can say that I don't know enough about boxing. There were a couple rounds where I like to say who I thought won the round, and then I wait until what they say, like the estimated judge's scorecard comes up on the side. And like, there would be a round where I'd be like, oh, Irish lady won that one. And then it was like, nope, Puerto Rican lady won that one. And I was like, what? And then it would come to the next one. I was like, oh man, Puerto Rican lady won that one by a lot. And they'd be like, nope, Irish lady won that one. And I'm like, what am I missing? Like,
it's all punches thrown and punches landed.
Oh my God. I had almost forgotten about the headbutts. Okay. Irish lady fights really leaned forward. She's leaned forward. And when she opened that eyebrow up, which was extremely uncomfortable to look at, by the way, the Irish lady's head never moved. It was floating in space, presumably supported by her neck, and the other lady dodged, and when she dipped around like this, they just bonked heads together. Only the Irish lady's head bonked the other lady's head in a more fortuitous position. I thought they were going to call the fight right there. That eyebrow was, man, like, I'm not super squeamish, but that was gnarly. That was super gnarly. I have Traxxas seal packs and a wood shock stand straight from the canyon. Does that count? I mean, it does. You have those. Yeah. Yeah, it was gnarly. It would be tough to be the father of one of those girls. They look like walking tomatoes after that. That was a tough cut to look at. When it happened immediately, like her eyebrow just kind of went, and then there was just meat. So face, and then just meat. And I was like, oh, please stop showing it. And the younger kid walked into the room like right after it happened and turned and was like, oh God. And I said, yeah, that's pretty much boxing. A forehead to the eyebrow will open you up pretty quick. These guys are sending things. Hey, did I send? Oh yeah. Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong. Third eyelid. Brorb. Did I send a shock stand when I sent the Jimny? Did I send a shock stand when I sent the Jimny? Has there already been an H10 optic kit rant? Not a long enough one. I could rant more about it if you want. Someone on the Discord said that the pins, the battery door pins are plastic now, and they were aluminum on the RTR. That, if that is true, that is hella jank. And then I was trying to find it in the Discord where someone was ranting at a level that I truly appreciated, that I thought was like, I was beaming with pride. Oh, from when I set the tires and stuff. I was beaming with pride because they were talking about how they had watched every video about the release of the optic kit and how every influencer talked about how they got the livery that they wanted. Oh, I had no idea which one I was going to get, and I got the exact one I wanted. Oh, I got the exact one I wanted. I couldn't be happier. Like, we know it's scripted. We know you're all reading from a script. You can mix it up. You can mix it up so it's not so obvious that you're reading from a script. Remember that right during the COVID times when there was the news report? Somebody made like this supercut. There's a news report where they were saying some line about something, and then another news report pops up above it, and they're saying the exact same thing until there's like 50 little windows of newscasters all saying the exact same thing at the exact same time. That's the H10 kit release. Got a shock stand with the RGT. Oh yeah. I still haven't finished clear coating the ones that have all the fire ash on them, but those will be the ones that go out next. How doable is Capra offsets on an H10? It would be easy. It would be really easy because the pumpkins will line up in the exact right spots. It would not be difficult to implement at all. If you got it for free, you got the exact one you wanted. Yeah, it's absolutely true.
Well, that's the thing I'm curious about. Can you actually buy the panels with the
decals?
Yeah.
That I don't know. I don't think so. I got sucked in a few cans deep and ordered one. I would never say that the optic isn't fun. I think it's, look, if a toy car isn't fun, it's doing it wrong. So a toy car stops being fun when it like starts breaking all the time. Like a Red Cat, right? Red Cats cease to be fun because they break more often than they work. I need to change my eye line. My primary problem, my long and short, my start and finish problems with the H10 optic is that for what you get, it costs way too much money to make it into anything. Now, I understand there are a subset of the Vanquish folks that just pour money into these things. Dude, I get the Vanquish, like Club Vanquish posts, whatever the hell it's called. I get them on Facebook all the time. These people were buying up the Mias $400 cages to put on their optics, okay? The optic RTR is $500. Then you put a $400 cage on it. Now it costs $900. It basically needs a Fusion Pro to have enough speed to do anything kind of fun. That's $150. You're now past $1,000. Why don't you throw a Reef Servo on it and some other stuff? Then you got to put some 2.2s on it to make it decent. And the next thing you know, you've got an H10 optic that's like $1,400. And you know what it is?
Radio.
It's pretty, but it doesn't do anything. It'll handle about this well, right? I would truly and genuinely say that performance-wise, I would put Missing Link right up against an optic. And I built it out of spare parts out of bins. Well over $1,000. Like, there are dudes hitting $1,500 on optics, no problem. Got to get your $200 Reefs raw brass in there. Wait till someone gets the carbon panels and wants $1,000 for them. If there aren't carbon panels for them already, I'd be amazed. I know you can get aluminum body panels. They sell for like $150. Hate to sound annoying, but you got any other spoilers of the rig you're doing for me? He hasn't really seen any spoilers, so.
Yes, just like that. Half tape.
Okay, so this doesn't even qualify as a spoiler, but he will know. Our man Jesse in the chat, he'll know what this means. Because this part's already painted. He'll know what this means. So this is how far I am currently on the body. And it kills all the easy lines. Dude, it murders them. Optical, eat them up. There's a guy in Virginia who broke the chassis of the original Ascent, just running it like usual. I saw a guy on Facebook that had a $6,000 Vanquish. Had to be a ripper. Had to be a ripper. Yeah, Dustin Woodham can attest. He does have a $1,000 optic. Yeah. And didn't buy anything extravagant for it. Really. Like Chavtex, Injora wheels, squids, and 22 Tusk, LP Tusks. Didn't buy anything extravagant for it. When you start at 500 and have to replace all that stuff, the kit is only $100 less. It's $100 less, and the only thing you're really getting is machine gears in the axles, which should have come from the very beginning. I've seen RC Speedy rollers going for $4,000. The whole RC influencer review sphere is scripted. It has to be. If a reviewer says something bad about a product, they don't get sent products to review anymore. Yep. There it is. There it is. There is no truth in advertising. When I did the servo test on the Three Brothers on the G13, and it broke on the test rig. It took a month to get it sorted out, and when they had it sorted out, I finished the video, and I posted the video, and they sent an email to the gentleman who'd paid for the servo and said that they were disappointed that the video went up because they went ahead and replaced the servo. Of course they replaced the servo. The servo was defective. It failed. Why wouldn't I do the video? Like it's not all sunbeams, guys. Sometimes it rains. And, I didn't say anything negatively about the servo other than maybe don't run it on 5S. I want to put an Axe 3500 in it and send it. What else would I need for U4 style? That's it. That's about it. From how it's configured, yeah, either an Axe 3500, one of those 10-pole puller pros, something like that. That's it. Speed control in the motor, and you would be U4 in it all the way. We need a link for scale hardware for Injora and no-name brand Beatbox? Beadlocks. Yes. So done with a crawler optic. Any new money will make it fast and breakable. Yeah. Building your own cage only costs the materials. That's true. Yeah. And the number of Mios cages that I've seen is absolutely crazy because they're charging like RC Speedy money. It's like $400 for an RC Speedy, if I remember, in stainless. I think the titanium might be is more. But every manufacturer wants sunbeams and not rainy days. Yeah, 100%. The only two reviewers Mike Cross trusts are me, Troy, and my brother Bruce over there in the faraway land. Good old Bruce. Hi, Bruce. How's it going there? Good old Bruce. I guess I'm okay with a four-wheel drive, four-wheel steer LCG with stainless steel custom rails and arms with 180 pounds in it so far. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Yeah. If it does the things, man, it doesn't matter how much it costs.
It makes you happy.
I've said it in every pursuit I've ever been in my whole life. Cycling did it. Paintball did it. RC cars do it. For every dude that is proud of how little money they spent on something, there's another dude equally proud with how much he spent on something. The dude that spent 100 is just as proud of spending his 100 as the dude who spent 1,000 is proud of spending 1,000. Money can't buy happiness. She'll tell you all about it. It's sometimes the simplest things make you happy. My wife will yell, "Quiet down out there. You're laughing like an idiot," because I got caught by an Instagram reel that was basically free. And I will laugh so hard I feel like I'm going to throw up. You can't buy that. Like, it just happens. It just happens. That thing tickles you. There are vehicles that spark joy and some that don't quite get there. You know, I had to start off by coming to the point where I was prepared, ready, and willing to let some of them go. Because I can't just keep building them infinitely and keep all of them. I will run out of room rather quickly. So don't get it twisted. Every time one goes out of here, there's probably two being built. So luckily, that's why the half painted body is on a rig that was being built specifically to leave, to never stay here. The Couvert was built to leave and never stay here. This one was built as a thought experiment, basically. So I'm fine if it can go somewhere else and get enjoyment from someone, then it wasn't wasted effort. It gets to go somewhere and make someone happy. I'm pretty proud of the rigs I'm building, spending the least amount of money I can. Yeah. I
go broke building a rig.
John Stogsdale has had his TRX4 for 2 years and just now started upgrading it. Yeah, that's the correct way to do it.
Yeah.
That's the way that I can't do it, but that's the correct way to do it. That's absolutely the right way to do it.
The RX4 series, you know exactly what to do with it.
And when you build something, is it hard not to build the same rig over? It can be. It can be because when you land on a formula, when you get to a formula where when you build something and you realize it works pretty well, it's really difficult not to fall into, well, I'll just build another one of those. But I had the same philosophy when I was on bikes, which was, why would I have two of the same bike? Like, I have a carbon road bike, pretty aggressive seating position. Why would I need two? So I have a cyclocross framed bike, less aggressive position, wider tires. I have a single speed bike. I didn't want to have two of the same thing. And I kind of follow a same kind of philosophy with these where, you know, some of them are very similar. Underneath the skins, and I'm just gesturing with my hands when I could be gesturing with metal and plastic. Underneath, you take that guy and this chunky boy who still hasn't had his windshield glued back in. I don't know if it's ever going to happen. I'm gonna try to zoom out here. Can we? No, I don't think I can get far enough away. Is 2 get everybody in frame? Almost. Okay, right there. Okay. So the similarities between these three are greater than the differences. XF gearbox, XF gearbox, SF gearbox. Class 2, Class 2, Class 3. All element axles, right? All element stuff. Performance-wise, if you took these three out and all drove them back to back to back, they would be radically different. There was a gentleman over here who came to drive on the course, and he had the Injora chassis for TRX4, and I took out Kronk Injora chassis for TRX4. Those rigs could not have looked or driven, nor driven, more differently than they did. Same chassis, same Class 2 tires, same basic layout, completely different in every way, which is kind of the fun and the challenge of doing stuff like Crawl Olympics, where I have all these things that either look wildly different, certainly drive wildly different, even if they are very similar. Underneath, these two are basically the exact same thing. Like, they're the same full element underneath. Different axle housings, different size tires, different bodies. But yeah, that is why I like to do a bespoke chassis. When I cut my own chassis, that chassis is one of. It is the only one of that. The next time I go to cut another chassis, it's going to be different. I've done what I call the hardline style chassis. So the one that was originally, the one that went to Montana, the original hardline, that was the original one. I had to make the chassis that I put under Steve basically from the memory of building the hardline chassis. I didn't have a hardline chassis to copy it off of because I only make one. And then Tranquish here is on a hardline-esque chassis, but his is built specifically for him because he already had a drilled body. So I needed to fit that body. Yeah. That's why Tamiya will always be around. Mostly subpar into kits, but amazing nostalgia and community. Yeah, and they keep getting us with Riris. You know how many times they've come out with like Super Avante and stuff like that, and I've been like, oh God, I want it. Fully remembering how much trouble those things were in the 80s. Still want one. Zoku chassis, Phoenix chassis, is the carbon fiber chassis worth the $45? The carbon fiber is, and if you talk to the man in person, he would tell you, he would go like this. He'd go like this. People like it. Because performance-wise, you're going to get negligible performance advantage from the carbon. I run my Argentum is on aluminum rails and will forever be on aluminum rails. I would never switch them to carbon rails. I don't see a need. It's up to you. I think that $45 can honestly be better spent elsewhere. I would get the aluminum rails and spend the $45 on something else. You can buy 2 Injora micro servos to do your overdrive and dig for the $45 you save by not buying carbon. But if you like the look of carbon, buy it, because sometimes you get it because you want it. There's no carbon at all between these three guys. I badly want to build a Fun Haver Bronco with IFS that freaking rips. I have no idea where to start.
Ruby.
Yeah, the cheapest way to start would be a, they're still selling Element Trail Runners for $275. And that'll get you IFS and a rear axle. But if you want to do a build, just buy an IFS 2 for $100 and start from there. And just build it as you go. That's how I would do it. Having the least amount of unused parts left over at the end is probably best, but at the same time, having the most amount of leftover parts at the end is the perfect excuse that we all need to build another rig. I really like the Warlord body. Something I love about all the Ugly J Concepts bodies. You know what I love about Ugly J Concepts bodies? They are cheap. They are very, very cheap. I love that. Even the new ones, amazingly. So I got the email about the 2 quote-unquote new tucked bodies. They've got a 70s Chevy and a 70s Ford that they just came out with. A-Main's already got them. They've already got both of them. So I ordered the Ford because I have so many Chevys. I think one of my tucked is a Ford and all the others are Chevys. So we need to try to achieve some balance. You watch Berm Peak? Oh, Berm Peak, the mountain bike guy? Yeah. Time for another shot of Dayquil. Dayquil doesn't do anything. I've tried Dayquil. NyQuil's great because it makes you go to sleep. I want a Hornet badly, and they're cheap too. My neighbor across the street had a Hornet, and a neighbor down the street had a frog. And then one of the kids across the street had a Optima Mid, the chain drive Kyosho. And that was what made me buy my Ultima. Super Champ and Wild One. Yeah. Most Tamiya rigs will disappoint compared to even cheap China cars. Yeah. Yeah. That Warlord body is €60 in Spain. Well, Spain is wild. So build off of IFS 2? Yeah. Oh, you can just get rails, just get element rails to house the front of this, and then probably you'll probably cut them off and then build a rear end out on it to get your live axle rear. Yeah, if you're custom fabbing, get to custom fabbing. What's wrong with YouTube? It deleted like 3 of my messages already. Yeah, I will see the chat moving and it will go, burp, 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 burp. I don't know. There's some sort of auto thing in there that I have no control of nor knowledge of how it works. And it does indeed delete comments all the time. Yeah, J Concepts are cheap and pre-cut bodies with stickers. What more could you ask for? Honestly, I have more J Concepts bodies here than anything. They make a variety of bodies. They make a wide variety of bodies. And if you'll notice something, J Concepts basically doesn't make Jeeps. Like they have next to... Does J Concepts have a Jeep at all? I don't think they make a Jeep. I love that. I mean, sometimes you need like a Toyota Tacoma or something, and then you have to go to Proline because they're the only ones that make it. But I've never been a huge Jeep guy. So when I started, just those couple short years ago, my God, was it a lot of Jeeps. The market was flooded with Jeeps. Disagree with Altamira Rigs, disappointing. The BBX is an awesome build and a great car. Mr. Cross, now listen. The BBX is like new. It's like new. We're talking about like Super Avante and Hot Shot with the horizontal shock across the middle. Building a Tamiya is like building a clock out of plastic. They are really fun. It's like building a model that you can drive, but it's never going to get you the performance that you can get out of anything else. Does that mean that I don't want that weird on-road stadium truck? No, I absolutely want it. I absolutely want it. Isn't the Lloyd a type of Jeep? Maybe, but the Lloyd's gone now. They discontinued the Lloyd. Is the Creeper Jeepish? Is the comments being erased censorship? I have no idea. I have no idea what does it.
It is Jeepish.
You think so?
Oh, it's got the Jeep grill.
That's a lot of bars.
Well,
Vertical bars on a grill could be a Cadillac. It just did it again. Somebody's comment just got deleted.
Apparently, you're not allowed to post.
Do a class 1 build with a Blackfoot body. That's not a bad idea because it will probably still stay being that guy. It will still stay as Lord Pennaby, but I really think that he would be a better test guy if his wheelbase was down to about 11 and a half inches. Take about an inch. Actually, he's 313. Take about an inch off of his wheelbase. Get down in that like 280 range. I think he would be a better representative, a better test guy. If it's not clear by now, I'm new to building rigs. Only one way to get in, man. Yo, can I get a link to the Discord channel? It is in the channel description. If you click on the thing, and then there's a little part that says more info. If you click on that, there'll be a link to the Discord. Still wish I had my Astute. Hey now, easy on the Jeeps from RC Jeep Guy. Okay, I don't have anything against Jeeps specifically, except that I think the way I see people use them out in the wild is ridiculous. It's the guy that's on 37s, and the bottom of his rig doesn't have a scratch on it. Like I don't think that guy has ever driven it on a dirt road, much less like off-road. There used to be a guy here locally that from the belt line, from about here down all the way around, his whole rig was rhino lined. Inside the fender wells, everything was just rhino lined. All of the little trim pieces had all been torn off, and then they just shot rhino line over it. And I was like, that guy goes off-road. That guy bought a Jeep for a reason. The creep body is an early Jeep Gladiator. That's fine. Huh. Tamiya are for ripping around the yard while sitting in a lawn chair. Building a Tamiya is like getting pubes to become a man. Can't be an RC guy without building a Tamiya kit. I've built way too many Tamiya kits. Way too many Tamiya kits. Creep Creeper is a 40s Jeep Willys pickup. Now we just need the Willys wagon variant. Ooh, that would be cool. Blackfoot body is awesome at small 112. I only care about the wheelbase. The Lloyd is a Kaiser Jeep. Yes. Yes. Damn it. Now with the Black Friday sales, you guys are going to make me buy another damn Tamiya. There's always that shelf guy that has the crazy good or cool stuff just sitting there and not using it for what it's built for. Yeah. You could build one kind of like Yoda, RC four-wheel drive Mojave body on an SCX-10 too. Yeah. Or, I mean, counter to an SCX-10 too, the Element that's sitting right up there. Because an Element is just a 10 too. Yeah, could do. Could do.
Well, you're going to be building a base camp with an 84 Toyota.
That's true. It's true. Yeah. And it will have a more typical wheelbase. Yeah. It is so warm in here. The Mortician is the Jeep wagon. Oh, okay.
I don't like that body.
You should buy a CR01 Tamiya and try to make it crawl. Tony Gregg, I know a trap when I see one. If there's one thing that I've heard unilaterally from people, it's that the CR01 is not a rock crawler. I'm trying to remember what the BBX looks like. Oh, it's the little buggy. Yeah, it's a little desert buggy. Yeah, also, I'm going to come at you again, Mike Cross, so keep your dragon in the shed. $250 for a Tamiya. That's a different sort of a thing, right? We're talking like you go get a Tamiya sedan and it's got a Civic Type R body on it and the thing costs $104. That when we're talking Tamiya even before the CR01s, like before the CR01 Unimog went through the roof. No, the CR01 is a crawler. It's not a crawler. Those things have like 20 millimeters of suspension travel. The comment of the day for me, to be a Tamiya engineer, you have to be able to look at 4 gears and say, I bet I can do that with 26. Yeah. That is excellent. You could do a build from scratch leafer that does all the things. I don't understand going super leafs like twisted scale Fabco. That's like this. Well, they're just doing this. They're doing thought exercises. Long travel leaf is long travel, but it's never going to do it as well as what this doesn't have, which is 4-link. I think leaf is there for you to help realize restricting yourself. Just like this is restricting yourself. It's IFS and trailing arm. It's a pickup. I mean, this was a lot of pickups for a lot of years. But long travel leaf is, I don't know. Let me see what's the CR01 stuff gotten up to? Yeah, $400. Yeah, the Tamiya Unimog 406 is $500. A Bruiser is $1,000. They're cashing in on that retro, man. They are really cashing in on the retro. Tamiya engineers have been all locked in a room since 1970 and have had no outside contact with the world whatsoever.
Just retired watchmakers.
I feel like these Black Friday deals are dangerous. Yeah. I understand what you're talking about. Too many posers. My Jeep has 32s. It looks like a hailstorm hit the undercarriage. That's the way it is. What would you get, a Tamiya or a Kyosho? They do have a lot of the Kyosho Riris. I have been this close to getting one of those Rampage Pros multiple times. But now they got the Riri of the Beetle and the Riri of the Scorpion and the Riri of the Turbo Scorpion and the Tomahawk. But the new Ultima SB Dirtmaster is like $80 cheaper. That's how they get you. Optima Mid is $375. Turbo Optima Gold is $360. Meanwhile, the vintage guys, Optima Mid 87 World Spec is $440. I'd be more looking at a Mad Wagon or that Scorpion. That Scorpion is something. Would I drive it? I don't know. Like, it would be, honestly, just sitting here looking right now, it would be between like BBX and Kyosho Scorpion. The newish Super Avante TD4 is actually good fun to drive. LHS had it for $189. $189 is not bad. Have you tested the Class 1 pivots? Yes, they are. I did it again. Class 1 pivots. Yeah. My second favorite Duratrax Class 1 tire, but probably the most capable Duratrax Class 1 tire. I prefer the Louise Mallet, but just because there's something visceral about them. I like why I like flat irons, even though they're not nearly the best Proline tire. They're my favorite Proline tire, but they're not the best one. I'm putting brass C-hubs and knuckles in my Aero 44 front. The pin holding the CRTs is sticking halfway out. What can I do about that? I would say the best thing you can do is go on Amazon and buy a new set of universals for your Aero 44s. Because once those things start slipping pins, they just remember slipping pins. I had one on a rig that was slipping pins, and what I ended up doing was using this. I just whacked it with the center punch from the side a couple times and deformed the metal so the pin would stop falling out. Some of the universals are just not well made. BBX Buggy is a fantastic build. Actual hex hardware. Is the Ascent Fusion worth the $320 sale price? No. 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 I'm caught in a loop. No. No. Buy a TRX for Sport for the same money. Or if you want to build it yourself, go on Mias and buy the Gold Flake kit for $250 and put some stuff on it and make it genuinely good. Under no circumstances, in no situation, in no reality that is valid, will an Ascent Fusion be competitive against the Mias setup. Or even a TRX4, really. So no. Kyosho Javelin, yeah. Turbo Scorpion, yeah. They all look so good. But the BBX, they're all right around the same money. Damn, Sand Scorcher is $400. That is brutal. Damn, that Kyosho Phaser on-road with that Chevy Fleet side. Man, that is good looking. Woo! Kyosho gets some good looking cars. Hotshot 2 blockhead motors. What am I going to do with this thing? Like, I'm going to get tricked into buying one of these. And then what am I going to do? Can I use a 1080 and a Tamiya buggy? Sure. Yeah. Instead of the Ascent, take that 320 letter fluid to match. Yeah. I really like the Warboard body, but I cannot buy another body. I have 2 unpainted bodies and I don't have rigs to put them on. Look, I feel personally attacked. So what you're telling me is you have two unpainted bodies? Let me see if this camera can see through into the darkness.
Turn the light on.
Yeah, turn the light on. Turn the light on. I feel I definitely feel personally attacked. Okay, so camera 2.
There's at least 3 or 4.
Okay, so right over there, see hanging in the plastic? There's 4 bodies hanging over there right now. There is the one that's on the bench, halfway painted. There's a box down here under the bench with a body in it. There's a box over under the 3D printer over there that has 3 bodies in it. There is a body on the way from A-Main for me to paint for the next bird. There's a Toyota body that needs to be painted. I don't know if we have managed to slip into the only I don't think we're in single digits. I think it's still double digits numbers of bodies that need to be painted here. And I keep buying them. Thank you, Max Paul. Your show rocks, brother. Brings the RC community together. Just wanted to say thank you. Thank you. What's your favorite red cat, and which one should I buy in the sales? I would say Ascent 18. I've never heard anyone say a bad word about the Ascent 18. How do I find the video of the Fusion breaking in half? Somebody had posted a link to it on the Discord. Yeah. I don't think it, well, at least in that video, you don't get to see it breaking in half. You only see it broken in half. Hi from Greece. I just bought an Enduro SE. I cannot wait to drive it tomorrow. You won't be disappointed. You want a long rant, don't you? Another message deleted by YouTube. They just don't like Spain. They don't want to give you gift memberships, and they don't want you to make comments.
They conquered the world once. Not again.
Not again. Sputtercrawler's got 4 bodies still in the package that are no longer available. Okay, maybe you're holding on to them too long now. You got to paint them. I build rigs so I can swap bodies as I hate painting them. I'm not a huge fan of painting them at all.
It's that guy with no longer available if he's got the Origin.
Those are back.
Really?
Yeah, you can buy the half cab and the full cab again. That's why there's so many ghost rides. Yeah. People can delete their own comments. I did not know that. On repeat in your head, buy a BBX. If you don't want to paint the body on my build, just ghost ride it and I'll paint it when I get it. You said it. You heard the man say it. Print it out. Oh, you know what? I forgot about that body. We're definitely in the double digits. That body's in a box right behind Ted Lasso. I completely forgot about that one. Yeah, we're definitely in double digits. Yeah, if you don't want me to paint it, I ain't going to paint it. And listen, Spain. Listen up, Spain. I'm not deleting them. I don't know who's deleting them. I can't see. Look, we can do this right here. Can I do this? No. Can I do this? I can zoom back. Okay. This is what I see. That's what I see. Like it says down at the bottom, create a channel to join the chat. I don't even know if it knows who I am. Like, I don't know how any of this works. Like, I am just along for the ride. So trust me, I have never deleted a comment from the chat, ever. Not one. Because, I mean, A, I've never seen one that I felt needed to be deleted. And B, I genuinely wouldn't know how to do it. All I know is I can click on the 3 dots and it will say something like block user. Where is it? I can report and block. That's it. That's all that it says. So if there's other stuff that it will do, I don't know how to do it. You don't hate my young privileges enough to do that to me. Yeah, we call it winging it. Yeah. Yeah, it's the Tapas Mafia.
Tapas Mafia.
Yeah, I don't know. And I doubt I'm ever going to learn. Say. You want comments that need deleting. I don't know if there's like a quiet algorithm. I don't know if there's a language filter running. I don't know what is going on in the background. Where'd the chat window go? Ah! Okay, the chat window just completely disappeared. Okay, I'm going to read RC Guy's one. The price is the only thing that looks... In all reality, though, any RTR is a better option. Agreed. Try to get a kit, though. Spend a little more for nicer bits and then buy the electronics, wheels, and tires. Yeah. My number one option would be, right now, would be the Mias, the Gold Flake. Would you be interested in having a sick Crawler Canyon webpage? If you don't know it, I'm studying web programming, so I could do that without a ton of problems. Just need a load of time. Look, don't threaten me with a good time. We're going to put you on the non-existent payroll at this rate. Well, hey, if you can figure out how to move that spreadsheet onto a website, son, you're going to end up making a website. I'll pay the domain hosting for that. Probably won't be too expensive, especially if you don't do .coms.
.com's already taken it.
Yeah, because I think Crawler Canyon in Illinois bought or crawlercanyon.net and crawlercanyon.com. No, I think he doesn't have crawlercanyon.net. But I would do one of those cool ones that you pay a little extra for. So it's like crawlercanyo.on. So it's just Crawler Canyon. It's confusing to people. Yeah, I mean, I'll look into it. I'll have to talk to Mr. Spain over there. It's the comments terminator. Hasta la vista comment. Will you be testing the FMS Toyota LC80? You're going to have to ask Bill Truitt. Like Meister C, I have a strong hate for Red Cat. I told my dad not to buy one, but he got sucked in by the price, and they got him. Wait, what do you need marketing for? My woman does that. She'll build you whatever you need. Look, I tried 2 years ago to get somebody to design me a logo, and that fell through. So I have no web savvy. I built when I ran drisotope.com for 15 years, I built it off of the pre-built generator that comes with the website, with the web hosting. I finally just let that expire because I said that I would keep paying for it as long as it paid for itself, and then it stopped paying for itself, so I stopped doing it. Bill Truitt bought an LC80, and he lives like 40 minutes away. So hopefully that dude will bring it over here one day, and then we'll get to test it, and I won't have to buy one, because I'm gonna just keep it true, simple, and plain. I try to make an effort to not buy full rigs. There's just no room, and there's less room all the time. Will you, Bill? Watch out, because Mr. Spain is coming. He's just announced he wants to be you, and there are movies that start that way, and none of them end good. So I would say watch out. I'm figuring out how to open up the live stream again. There we go. Because I threatened people, and I'm going to make good on it. Okay. All right. I don't know how dimensionally wrecked we can get this. I don't know how many dimensions we can open, but we're gonna try to open some. We might hopefully okay. If the audio starts going crazy, we'll know why. I don't think it is, though. I think we're gonna be fine. Okay. So now, okay, I'm gonna miss out. Okay, I gotta minimize the chat here for a second. Oh wait, or do I? Okay, what happens when I do... Okay, you won't be able to hear this, though. Or will you? Wait, let me try. Okay, let me try something. Wait, or do I? Okay, what happens when I do... Okay, you won't be able to hear this, though. But you can hear this, though. Wait, let me try. Okay, let me try something. Okay, all right. Hold on. We're gonna go layer deeper. Do I? Okay. What happens when I do? Okay, you won't be able to hear this, though. But you can hear this, though. Okay, let me try something. Yeah. Okay. It's already doing it. It's already doing it. We're gonna go layer deeper. What happens when I do? Okay. Yeah. It's definitely inside. But you can hear this, though. Okay, let me try something. Yeah, okay. It's already doing it. It's already doing it. We're going to go layer deeper. What happens when I do? Okay, yeah. It's definitely inside. You can hear this, though. Okay, let me try something. Yeah, okay. All right. It's already doing it. It's already doing it. Now, I can't see the chat window. So it's gonna get crazy now. Oh, okay, here we go. Feedback coming. It's definitely inside. You can hear this, though. All right. All right. Now I can't see the chat window. Of audio are happening right now. So it's gonna get crazy now. Oh, okay, here we go. Feedback coming. Bill Trude is falling down the bomb cyclone. Okay, so. All right. Now I can't see the chat window. Of audio are happening right now, so it's gonna get crazy now. I'm loving it. Okay, here we go. Feedback coming. Bill Trude is falling down the bomb cyclone. Okay, so. All right. Now I can't see the chat window. Audio are happening right now, so it's gonna get crazy now. I'm loving it. Okay, here we go. Okay, we gotta mute. Bill Trude is falling down the bomb cyclone. Okay, so. All right. Now I can't see the chat window. Audio are happening. Okay. Woo. All right. Ooh. I need a. Oh. All right. Whew. My goodness. That was truly something. I wish I could hear how bad. Oh man. It started dropping frames like crazy. Yeah, that's not a good idea.
Yeah, I should switch to 5G.
what it's like to chew 5 gum. Oh man. See, I couldn't see the chat the whole time. So I didn't, man, I would have loved to say Red Cat is trash and then just have it just overlapping over and over and over. That's good times. That was good times. I feel like it was more trippy with just when I just put the live stream inside the live stream. That honestly, because it just kept opening a window inside a window inside a window. To me, that felt more trippy and I couldn't hear it. This I could hear a little bit and I don't know, it felt like more tied to reality. But I will get a hold of, well, I should have his shipping address, but what it's like to build a G-Maid and a Tamiya at the same time. I'll email you tomorrow, see if I can get out there on Sunday if you're not busy. Yeah, I don't believe that I am. I don't think that I am. That'd be good. And I will get I don't even bother trying to get this stuff ready to ship out. Anybody that asked me about the tires, anybody that and Brorb, I don't even bother to try to ship them out until the following week. So they'll go out next week. And when I say next week, I mean next week. Like, I don't mean like Monday. I mean like Tuesday or Wednesday, usually, because filming takes place on Mondays. Just not Thursday. Definitely not Thursday. We will definitely be live streaming next Friday as well. The final Friday. We got to get 5 live streams in November. And we will be giving away the why can't I remember Damascus? The Damascus Couvert will be going next week. Will I drive it in the middle? I don't know. So you like the website idea, Mr. C? Again, I'm going to need a bunch of time to make it custom and not with those automatic web generators, and I don't have much that time. Hey, that's fine. You know how much of a website I have right now? You can take as long as you'd like, because round here, we don't have anything amounting to a concrete schedule.
Dockets.
There are no dockets. Yeah. Stuff gets done when it gets done. I will say, if Mr. Hurley is still on here, I had a dream, and I kid you not, I had a dream about how I think I want to do the chassis for It Came From the Workbench 48, which I thought was going to be starting this upcoming week, Thanksgiving week, because we did have rain forecast, and then they took the rain forecast away. So at some point, maybe it'll just be a cold snap. Maybe it'll be a cold day. I need to cut rails for 48, and I need to cut rails for the Willys Jeep. And I know that it's going to be one of those things that I put it off for a long time, and then when I actually sit down to cut them, it goes, and I've got the chassis rails cut, and then I'm just putting them together. So there is that. I'm also trying to not, like, one of the things I'm trying not to do is just go like quick view. And I felt like I was hitting with the installments of the Sport Tuning series too close together. So what I try to do is get like a rear view in the week. I try to get maybe a quick view in the week. I try to get a Sport Tuning series in. I try to like mix it up, because I've had more than one people say in the comments that they can't keep up with the amount of videos. And I get it. I still get super low view counts on some, and I get decent view counts on others, and there's no way to predict. So I have no idea. Oh, and a skid for the temper. Yeah, that as well. What is the address we use to send you stuff? Send me an email. I give out my address to strangers on the internet, but I don't just like post it openly on the internet. So if you send an email to the crawlercanyon@gmail.com address, I will give you the mailing address. Lisa K from Bouncing Noise Electronic Music is headed out. We're about headed out. We're ending right on time. Pretty much right on time. Gonna get a coffee drink because it's Friday. Yeah, so now Mr. Spain is making a website. He's just doing it now, and then I'll figure out about. I'll look through the different. Whatever, I'm gonna find the cheapest damn hosting option I can, and buy a domain, and we'll go, and it might end up being Crawler Canyon Ave or something stupid. Whatever I can get. Crawler Canyon Ave 2020. It'll be whatever I can get, right? And hopefully I'll get up in the search results. But you know that I'm not paying to promote it. You know that ain't happening. So I'm always hearing it's a bummer I can't for pay membership. People in the 404 want me to pay for membership, but they've already gave me a lot. I don't want to ask for even more. Oh, BMFRC almost was just like, oh, here it is. Yeah, everybody indeed, just like the sick folk in Michigan and the people without power out there that got bombed, cycloned, do whatever you got to do to have a good weekend, everybody. We're going to have a good weekend here because I don't have to film no videos for the next couple of days because we got content built out. Most of you know because your names are green. Try the tire test with a 19 or 16 pound truck. The heaviest thing I got here is a TRX-6 that weighs 11 pounds. I don't know how you're getting 16-pound trucks. If you're a member, you get the schedule. Missed a comment. I get a special ticket for 1 or 2 giveaways. I know I'm not paying for a membership. Oh, yeah. We can do that. Yeah. Mr. Spain is, if there's anybody in here that gets an honorary membership, the dude already basically works here. RC guy sending me $1.99. You ain't got it. That's his 5th super on a live stream. You don't have, I mean, if you want to, I'm not going to stop you. I'm not going to tell you how to spend your money. But we will frivel that money away on stuff for toy cars. I got Amazon coming in. I got A-Main coming in. I'm trying to hold on to some of the money in case some cool Black Friday stuff comes up in between now and next Friday, which will be the Black Friday stream. So I'm going to have to figure out how to make 2 web browsers work so that we can all trade Black Friday deals. I will be posting anything that I find on the Discord throughout the week. I thank everybody else that's posting them on the Discord. We got to pass those deals around. Try to use an affiliate link, even if you don't buy the thing. If you click my link and buy anything, I scrape my 1%. I scrape my 1%. And we take that money and we frivel it away on RC car stuff, which allows us to give away more RC car stuff. So I want to see pictures of this when it arrives in the faraway, potentially mythical and troll-filled land of Norway. We will all see how that works together. Thanks, Mr. C. Thanks, chat. Laters, everyone. Thank everyone for showing up. We had a good time, was I hope, had by all. If you ever find yourself in the southern part of California, come on over, man. Come on over. People ask me all the time, admit on the app, how do I gift membership? I don't know. I really don't. I really don't. Like if I was put together, I would know how to answer that. But I don't. I really don't. So thanks so much. Members, I usually say 4 p.m., but basically what I do so that I don't forget is I've usually uploaded the video a couple days in advance, and for whatever reason, YouTube doesn't give us the ability to schedule members' videos. So I have to manually click make this visible. So they are all ad-free. They're not monetized. That's what we do with the members' videos. You're already paid to be here. Thank you so much. I'm going to come and see you in the canyon one day. Just have to find time with 5 kids. Bring them! Bring them! Tell me how many you're bringing, and I'll charge the batteries. And they can all tear ass around in circles. The more the merrier. So, always the more the merrier. Thank you, all of y'all. The Google prize wheel spinner was a much easier way to do it than doing it on a phone. We'll do it again next week. There's a rumor we'll do it again the week after that. There's a rumor. So I will see you all for all of those and all of the other things. As everyone said, have a great weekend, everybody. Oh, we got to do it. We got to do it. Where does she look? Where does she look her best? She on 2? Yeah, 2's a little low. How about like this?
Do it with multicam.
And then we'll get this. We'll get this like over here in the background.
Switchy cams.
Have a great weekend, everybody. Greetings from all the lands, from all of here to all of there. We look forward to seeing you. If you're not on the Discord, you should check it out. Love, peace, and chicken grease, as he said. As my mother once said to me when I was a very small child, be good, use soap. We will see you again from the canyon. Susan with a pretty good spin. I hope that I push end so that you guys actually get to see.